lifetime, and that 6 out of every 100 adults face PTSD every day. Help us bring hope to these survivors by signing up for your Alabama Distinctive PTSD Awareness license plate today. The great thing is you can sign up no matter when your current plate renews, and the first year is complimentary. All you need is your VIN number on hand. Drive awareness, drive hope, and customize your plate today at atease.org.
The Tuscumbia Police Department has transferred a case over to the Franklin County Juvenile Probation Office after a 2-week period of investigation has already passed. Exactly why the Franklin County officials are now becoming involved in this case is not clear. The case involved high school freshman August Borden, who had to be put in ICU due to severe injuries that were sustained at the high school weight room. The parents of Borden say they're not getting clear answers as to how their son got injured. The first explanation that was given to them was that another student was involved, but then school officials started backtracking on that angle and instead said that Borden tripped and fell down a flight of concrete steps. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
Looking for insurance, or maybe you're just not satisfied with your current carrier? How does quality coverage with local service and competitive rates sound to you? The folks at Stark Agency offer just that. Whether you need insurance for your business, car, home, or life, Stark Agency can help. As an independent insurance agency with over 20 of the top insurance carriers, Stark is sure to find the perfect match for you and your loved ones. Visit their site at starkagency.com or give them a call at 334-263-5535 for a quote today.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-445-6363. That's 1-800-445-6363. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-445-6363. That's 1-800-445-6363.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson with the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. So far this year, over 2,600 homes have sold and closed in the River region. 55% of these homes sold in 60 days or less, and sellers are receiving close to 98% of listed price. Over the last year, average prices in the River region have increased over 10% from last year. We do have more inventory now to show buyers before they purchase. There are homes in all price ranges available for buyers interested in moving. As a seller, it's a great time to sell through a realtor and gain access to many buyers, not just one or two. If you are a buyer, having more homes to pick from give you better choices before you buy. Our market is now more balanced between a buyer and seller market than we've seen since 2019. Get the facts, see the inventory, get a great local lender to help you, and an agent that's going to look after your interests. For all the facts, call Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group, 221-2883 or 551-0225.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
This is a Trump country. We live in the Southeast. We drink sweet tea. We don't drink socialist Kool-Aid.
Fat broads and horse-faced lesbians.
Shut up, silly woman. If you're going to cough, please leave me alone.
This is how you conduct yourself in a democracy?
I got worms.
Stop playing with it.
I got hairy legs. They're all different shades of color. They're like sort of white, but one's like an orange white. It's my favorite color, orange.
This cocaine is stronger up. Yeah.
So you're way up more than anything else you can think.
Ain't no thinking of a damn owl, homie. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a better looking person than Kamala.
Joey Clark.
And because he's better looking, that means he can revoke her Secret Service protection. Welcome into the program. A lot going on today. Eddie Bader will be here before too long. Troy Carrico already in the studio with me. How you doing?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
Oh, life's good. Life's real good. Quick rundown here of some things we might be able to talk about today. Different headlines out there. Matt Taibbi is a deep dive. We all know about how they spied on the Trump campaign incoming, but apparently the whole Russiagate thing kept going where they were spying in 2020 and 24.
Wow.
So deep dive on that, and as well as interview with one of the guys who was running the campaign, who was on the receiving end of the surveillance. 0%. 0% of Democrats happy with state of the United States. Now, you might think, well, what fluke polling firm is this?
I was going to say, where's the statistical significance of
I
this?
believe, though, the polling firm behind this finding of 0% of Democrats happy with state of the United States,
right?
Gallup. Ever heard of them?
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah.
They're pretty big.
Yeah. Gallup and Pew are kind of
Right.
the two longest running
two
ones.
big ones in Rand. Yeah.
Trump does end Kamala Harris's Secret Service protection.
I saw that.
Biden's monkeypox advisor, remember this guy? He resigned from his director role to CDC to fight fascism in the replies to this guy. Well, he's the same guy who publicly put out there as they're fighting monkeypox, like photos of himself in like BDSM gear.
I remember that.
I
remember that. Yeah, he looked pretty twisted.
Fed's preferred inflation gauge cooler than expected in another boost for a rate cut hopes. That's good news. Trump to deploy hundreds of DHS officers to Chicago as part of massive immigration crackdown. So don't send the National Guard. Okay.
Yep.
I'm sending DHS.
Send federal agents. We'll send federal agents.
JD Vance says Trump doesn't know how he did it, but he got Democrats to defend crime. As Trump floats a Republican National Convention before the midterms. Usually this only happens in a presidential year. It's like, let's have a big party already. Taco Bell is bringing back nostalgic items with a Y2K menu, including chili cheese burritos. That one's for Eddie. Cracker Barrel's co-founder, who's now 93, slams the CEO right now as pitiful after the rebranding fail, saying throwing money out the window. And to have like a 93-year-old guy like dress you down,
critique you like that,
because usually 93-year-old guys are fairly forgiving.
Is that the guy that sits by the barrel?
It might be Uncle Herschel. I don't
know.
But hard to decipher mysterious 300,000-year-old skull found on cave wall baffles scientists. It's neither human nor Neanderthal. All right, then.
What's our choices?
Taylor Swift's engagement could boost the stock market, and some investors are betting on it. Oh God.
Boy, here we go.
We got another story of ChatGPT encouraging a person to do an awful thing.
Man.
Killed his mother, then killed himself, and was voicing these thoughts to ChatGPT, and it was reflecting that back. I know this is whiplash, but I'm going all over the place, but Bill Belichick's 24-year-old girlfriend. Yeah. I'm not making this up. This is not the Babylon Bee.
All right.
This is from Not the Bee, but Bill Belichick's 20-year-old girlfriend, I know that smoke show.
Yes, yeah,
right.
Right.
She files for gold digger trademark. She wants to file a trademark on the term gold digger.
I'd like to see how she's going to.
Apparently, she's coming out with a jewelry brand and wants to call it that. This woman's going places. I tell you what, she knows what she's doing.
She does.
And then, of course, we have some jobs. Everybody says, go to college, go to college. Mm-hmm. How about working 40 hours a week, making $300,000, and you're not even a doctor?
Yeah. Tell me about that profession.
Or making $100,000 before you're 21 in pipe fitting.
Listen, I'm telling you, the future millionaires are going to be the tradesmen.
Yeah, there's so much out there in terms of opportunity where you don't have to go and get a college degree.
Without a doubt.
In many ways, you'll probably be happier. Make money younger, save money up, be able to support a family and grow.
Buy some Bitcoin.
There you go. But let's go back to Kamala Harris.
Kamala.
I love that Trump drop.
I'm a better looking person than Kamala.
And he's right when he says that.
I'm going to read this just direct from CNN. Trump cancels Kamala Harris's Secret Service detail that was extended by undisclosed Biden order. President Donald Trump revoked Kamala Harris's Secret Service protection on Thursday, according to a copy of a letter reviewed by CNN. Former presidents receive Secret Service protection for life. Harris, as a former vice president, received 6 months of protection after leaving office, according to federal law. That period ended on July 21st. However, her protection had been extended for an additional year via a directive, not made public until now, signed by then President Joe Biden shortly before leaving office. Or was it the auto pen? According to multiple people familiar with the undisclosed arrangement. That is the order Trump canceled in his letter titled Memorandum for the Secretary of Homeland Security and dated Thursday. You are hereby authorized to discontinue any security-related procedures previously authorized by executive memorandum beyond those required by law for the following individual effective September 1st, 2025. Former Vice President Kamala D. Harris. Emphasis on the D. The order to remove Harris's detail came from the White House. The decision was not part of a security review or new threat assessment. According to a source in the White House, leadership within the agency did not flag any security concerns or pushback from the White House's order, the official said, who noted that Harris's detail would range from a dozen to a few dozen agents depending on her schedule and shift changes for 24-hour security. Trump's ending of Harris's protection comes as she soon embarks on a multi-city, high-profile book tour around the release of 107 Days, her new memoir on her short presidential campaign set to be released in late September. That will put her more in the public spotlight than she has ever been since leaving office, during which time she's attended only a few public events. The vice president is grateful to the United States Secret Service for their professionalism, dedication, and unwavering commitment. Kirsten Allen, a Harris advisor, told CNN. So, anybody actually upset about this? Anybody actually sad about this? Do you think after selling all those books that were not bought by real people, but by a bunch of agencies and nonprofits, that she can afford her own security as she does this book tour?
Well, she's going to need it. I'll tell you what, I believe that there's a very real threat now. That's a soft target for a non-state actor or a state actor to act on. Not that I'm not saying either way. I'm just saying when you have that caliber or that quality of a target for aggressors or would-be aggressors without any known protection or federal protection, I have a feeling that could be exploited, and we'll see.
Now, actually, there are a few people upset. Gavin Newsom, who really wants to be president, he's trying so hard to be president.
Did you see what he did? He deployed crime teams. Did you see that? Yeah. I better do something before they get here. Yeah.
Like how you cleaned up the streets of San Francisco when the president of China visited or something like that?
Charles Barkley came unglued on that.
Yeah, but Gavin Newsom was briefed on Harris losing her protection late Thursday. A person familiar with the discussions told CNN that the governor's office could not comment on the security arrangements or methods which may be activated as a replacement. However, Newsom's spokesman, Bob Saladay, expressed outrage about Trump making the change. The safety of our public officials should never be subject to erratic, vindictive political impulses. And of course, Karen Bass, because Kamala Harris is a Los Angeles resident, or she claims to be. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass and Newsom were in touch Thursday evening about the situation. This is another act of revenge, following a long list of political retaliation in the form of firings, the revoking of security clearances, and more. This puts the former vice president in danger. And I look forward to working with the governor to make sure Vice President Harris is safe in Los Angeles, Bass told CNN in a statement.
You know what they could do? They could send that detail that he had in Pennsylvania to her, and they could guard her.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the same folks that were around Butler,
drones and all that stuff. Yeah,
right.
There you go. We'll give you that.
We ever gotten to the bottom of that?
No. And, let me tell you, I kind of deep dove into it, and I knew a lot of people work for Secret Service. And here's the deal: they're a very paramilitary organization. They actually operate under the Department of Treasury. I worked for Department of Treasury when I was at the U.S. Mint, so I had a lot of dealings with different Secret Service people in the financial realm because they go after counterfeiting too.
Sure.
And but here's what I learned about them. They are very, very military styled, and they hire a lot of former military. They have redundant systems. They have secondary, third order of effect systems that there's no way that what happened up there was without, I think, acquiescence from someone to know that it was an unsafe environment.
It was so negligent, it suggests malice.
Yes, it does. I mean, that's what you're left to come up with. So,
right. Yeah, like and just even to a layman, like you look at it and go, how How is that allowed?
Where was your drone? Well, it was broke. And the other one we had back up, the battery was bad. Listen, there's drones at the local police department. You get something to get views. Listen, I don't know about who did what in terms behind the scenes, but that was a known, that as a threat assessment, that was a major threat right there the whole time. And they knew it. They knew it.
Well, I'm amazed too. Trump doesn't talk about it more, but maybe he's got a reason not to want to talk about it more.
Like I said, I think he's shown incredible restraint, but maybe he has something planned after 2006 midterms. We'll see. 26 midterms.
Yeah, and it does seem like the Democrats are just in a miserable position these days, more and more. Like this crime thing, for instance. Like Trump has done an amazing thing where, like, all of a sudden Democrats are defending crime.
I know.
Like, or saying, well, the crime doesn't exist.
People aren't interested in carjackings and stuff like that, they said in D.C. Oh, you ever been to D.C. lately?
Well, and to her credit, the mayor there, Muriel Bowser, said it's working. Thank you.
Yeah. May I have another?
87% reduction in carjacking in Washington, D.C. Year over year from the same time period. Pretty crazy. Vance just put out this comment doing a rally saying, so you have Donald Trump, who has reduced murders, carjackings, and armed robberies in 14 days in Washington, D.C. And now you have national Democrats coming out and saying, oh, we love murders and carjackings and armed robberies. Why won't Democrats just use some common sense on this basic principle that murdering people, armed robberies, and carjackings are bad? Wouldn't it be nice if the Democrats just worked a little across the aisle for once? Vance told the audience.
Their hatred's so great, Joey. It's so great that they're willing to let people die to prove a point.
Well, and Vance has been throwing some zingers out here. Here's one. This is having to do, of course, with the awful shooting there in Minneapolis at the Catholic school, the mass being shot up. And we covered it some yesterday, and it's I tried not to get into the political back and forth yesterday. I gave it a little distance, but I mean, Byron and I it's evil. Like, it's straight up evil. Like, it's one thing to say it's mental illness, certain drugs maybe they're on, but maybe the mental illness and the drugs push somebody in that direction. But that guy, what he was writing in his book, what he was talking about, he had been meditating with evil for a while.
You know, you and I talked about this, I think, outside the shop last week. This world is full of dark forces, and you know this. Dominions, principalities, these things prey on the minds of weak people that are exposed. And something got a hold of him, and that was a dark force in him.
Yeah, I keep coming back to that page where he drew, where it's him looking in the mirror, and the reflection in the mirror is a demon.
Yep.
And it's like, oh no, he's just not in his right mind. I'm like, okay, thank you for the most dispassionate analysis.
Right.
Like, why is he actually feeling this way? And then taking it out in that nihilistic.
What do you think about where's your God now? Probably in the other place where you're not going to see him.
Right. Absolutely crazy. And so, of course, people often say in times of deep tragedy that they're praying for you. And of course, the refrain has been, thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers aren't enough. And I'm tired of your thoughts and prayers messages out there. Well, here's the vice president in a pithy way taking that on. Let's listen in to Vice President Vance.
Will, if you are a politician or you're a media commentator and two beautiful babies just got murdered while praying, and your politics forced you to condemn prayer in response to it, you ought to get new politics, because something very wrong has gone on inside your soul.
Yep.
Amen, brother.
The people were literally praying when they were killed by this monster, this person possessed. And so you look at this and you look at the news and the direction of the country, and I'm not surprised that if you go, let's break down into this Gallup thing, 0% of Democrats happy with the state of the country and how things are going in the United States of America. New polling shows that partisanship in the United States has reached new heights, with less than 1% of Democrats satisfied with the direction of the country under President Trump, compared to 76% of Republicans. Who are those 24% of Republicans?
I have no clue. Probably the problem with this poll, Joey, and not to interrupt, what's the margin of error? Does it state a margin of error on it?
Probably if you
3%,
get 3 to 4%.
Well, my question is this though: what did they define as a Democrat and a Republican? There's a lot. I mean, Zero. That usually in statistics, and you've taken statistics, tells you there's something wrong with your model if you come up with a pure zero.
But Gallup released a survey this week in which they noted they recorded their highest gap on that metric when asking whether people are happy with the current direction of the country. A total of 76% of Republicans said they're satisfied, but 0% of Democrats felt the same, which is nuts. Not, and a given snapshot may or may not be correct to your point, but when you look at long-term trends and you start to see this gap with the same methodology, that's astounding. Absolutely astounding.
Who's to blame for that, you think? There's the progressives? I mean, come on. Well, no wonder people are disillusioned.
Yeah, they have no leadership.
They're wandering in the wilderness.
A quarter of independents also said they are satisfied with the country's direction. Satisfaction among Democrats has been in the single digits for Trump's entire time in office this year. The exact total for their latest data is 0.4%, rounded down to zero. The president's overall job approval sits at 40% in the Gallup poll, which is about the same as the 41% approval rating received at the same time during his first term by Gallup. Broken down by party affiliation, 93% of Republicans approve of Trump. 1% of Democrats agree. Gallup reported that this 92-point gap was the biggest difference on job performance since October of 2020. Yeah, and there's a margin of error of 4%.
That's what I thought.
Conducted with 1,000 U.S. adults from August 1st through the 20th. So still, that's astounding. Like the amount of folks who are like, can't see any good in this. Any good in this at all?
You know, the polarization, we talked about it ad nauseum, the polarization between us, them, we, it's Joey, I don't see how we can continue without I think there's going to be a conflict that occurs at some point over this, but.
Yeah, hopefully not in the sense that I hope Trump actually leads to more winning, and winning shuts a lot of people up.
But I don't know if they recognize winning.
Yeah, maybe. I also wonder, like, how much of the population doesn't vote, how much of the population is also
apathetic,
or how much we're just playing along too. I think this is how Trump wins the popular vote, that there are all these folks who had voiced like being for Democrats and Democrat causes, but in their heart, they're like, this is crap.
Well,
so this gave them a release valve in a way. And as you also tie that number into the amount of advantage, like millions. I think Republicans are up like 4.5 million in terms of voter registration.
Yeah, that's good.
The New York Times is really worried about the Electoral College getting worse for them as the census is done over again.
Right.
People voting with their feet. On top of that, these very partisan redistricting efforts on the part of Republicans and Democrats will respond in kind again. It's not looking great for the Democratic Party.
Not at all. Not at all. It's very grim.
Yeah, and so as much as there was a little bit of softening with Trump, especially around the Epstein stuff, it looks like he continues to just be busy. Like he's not going to stop moving. He's not going to stop blowing and going. So, hey, this part of the program brought to you by River Region Contracting. And there at River Region Contracting, Todd Clark and his fantastic team are ready to help you with that roof of yours. Could be an asphalt shingle roof or a metal roof. Either needs to be inspected on a regular basis to catch those problems early. That way they're not going to cost you too much at all. Or maybe they don't find a problem at all and you just get peace of mind.
That's good.
But, you know, every 3 to 5 years, a lot of people suggest for preventative maintenance. But I say do it every year because at River Region Contracting, their inspections are free, always free. And if they do find an issue, that estimate, they'll write it up for free. And their insurance specialist, so they can walk you through that claims process, make it a swift and easy process. That number for River Region Contracting, 356-8635. That's 356-8635. And be sure to tell them that Joey, that fellow on the radio, sent you. Oh, hello, Eddie Bader. How you doing?
Somebody's tardy from school.
Busy as I can be. How are you doing?
I believe it, dude.
Trying to keep the wheels on the bus, man.
Going round and round?
Yeah, they're going round
and round. Are some of them coming off? They're there. They're
out of balance. I can tell you that.
We need hubs.
Yeah.
We need hubs.
Plus, I'm supposed to go on vacation this afternoon. So yeah.
Oh, this afternoon.
Yeah. Well, you know. Yeah.
Oh wow.
This evening.
That's
so that
how
means
I
you
always
have to do more work.
It never fails. Whenever I book a vacation, I work up into, for whatever reason, the last 30 seconds.
Right.
That's just me.
But yeah. You know, and I can't. He missed the senator yesterday.
I did, and I'll tell you off air. I think I did the right thing. I really did. I miss her. I really did miss her. I would love to see her. I hope next time. But
it's an off-air conversation. Interesting.
No, very. You'll probably laugh at me later, but that's fine. I have feelings.
Now I'm curious. Well, look at the time. We got to hit this break. We'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
The Tears family has been your local Roto-Rooter service since 1964. Drain cleaning, plumbing repair, and those troublesome septic tanks, no problem. Technology has changed a bit in the last 54 years. Video inspections of lines to locate problems is available, as well as scheduling your appointment online. River Region residents have trusted Roto-Rooter for over half a century. You can too. Call today at 272-7130 or visit online at rotorooteralabama.com.
Call Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
Hi there, I'm Madeline Cannon with Alabama Home Mortgage. Getting pre-approved is the first step towards home ownership. People are often scared or nervous about taking that first step, but I'll tell you, it's nothing to be scared of. At Alabama Home Mortgage, we will take the first step and every step along the way with you. Call us at 567-4223. We will gather the information needed to tell you exactly what you qualify for. After a call to Alabama Home Mortgage, you will know what price point to shop for, what down payment is required, if any, and what your monthly mortgage payment will look like. We take all the guessing out of it. Then, when you find the house you want to make your home, you are ready to make an offer. Along with your offer, you will submit your Alabama Home Mortgage pre-approval letter. This shows sellers that you've already taken the steps necessary to ensure that you qualify to purchase their home. Wait no longer. It's time to take that first step together. Call me at 567-4223 or start the process online at myalabamahomemortgage.com.
That's Alabama Home Mortgage because, folks, there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586-36A, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Brendan with Royal Furniture. A big thank you to Blue Water Broadcasting for helping us launch our Alabama stores in Prattville, Montgomery, Auburn, Gadsden, Athens, Decatur, Oxford, and Florence. We appreciate your hard work and dedication. Here's to a strong partnership and even stronger results. Thanks, Blue Water.
Blue Water Broadcasting is the #1 most listened to radio group in the River Region. Find out how to put this reach to work for your business. Call us to find out how we can help. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network is brought to you by Earnest Financial.
If you're tired of losing your money in the stock market, call David Earnest, 334-279-7431. Earnest Financial, LLC.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We've got a changing weather pattern as a series of disturbances approaches. Today, clouds will dominate, wet at times, scattered showers and thunderstorms. High temperature held down by the clouds and showers to around 80. Tonight's low 67. Then on Saturday and Sunday, spotty, random, mostly afternoon and evening storms with a high in the middle 80s. Then for Labor Day Monday, a sun and cloud mix, widely scattered storms, high 87. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
You can make your ASE loan payment from your phone anytime, anywhere. It's quick and easy. YourASECreditUnion.com. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
ASE Credit Union. Your life, your goals, your ASE.
All the headlines the mainstream media won't touch. Your News Talk station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. So there's so many different ways we could go today, but I want to start this segment by bringing up another story from the gas station.
Oh?
Yeah, I had to stop at the Circle K. I had to get my energy drinks.
Getting chicken while you're there?
Nope. And thank God I was first in line. Nobody was getting that crispy, crunchy chicken, holding up the line. But I was holding up the line because I wanted my nicotine pouches. And I'm like, give me the 2 milligram citrus over there.
Yeah, you're there.
And they always stock them in there without taking out the full packs. I'm like, y'all are causing your own problems there. You should.
No, they're encouraging people to buy the roll.
Buy the 5.
Mm-hmm.
But she's sitting there fiddling with that. And it's like, oh, I don't have the citrus. I'm like, I'll take some cinnamon or whatever. Then this big old girl, this big old woman.
She has spandex on.
Yeah, it kind of looked like a one piece, like moo is the word that comes to my mind. And her hair's all over the place. And I mean, by big girl, I mean like taller than Pamela, and like big old hair and all over the place. Yeah, it really is kind of like a 90.
That's
and she just over my shoulder goes, "Y'all still selling nachos?" And I look at her and they go, "Yes, ma'am, it's right over there." She's like, "Yeah,
nacho machine."
Yeah, but they
it's
go
out of cheese.
and she goes, "Those are the ones in the bag." They're like, "Yes, ma'am, it's in the bag." She's like, "What about the pump cheese?" They're like, "No, it comes with the cheese." Oh, hell no! And walks off. So you think you're having a crisis today? Somebody's like, "What happened to my pump cheese?"
Hey, let me ask you a couple questions about this large woman that you saw there. You said she just probably had a T-shirt on. Right?
No, it was a whole like get up, like a one piece thing.
Did your eyes go from head to toe?
No, my eyes went to like her face and that hair going. No, it was so funny to be, and the people behind the register were laughing too. It was like, yeah, it's right over there. She's like, "What about the pump cheese?" Like, no, it comes with its own little container. She's just, "Oh, hell no," and walks and just starts walking around the store like, "What am I doing with my life? They took away my nacho cheese."
And it's not even cheese, lady. It's cheese product.
It's an oil-based product. That's all right.
I know. I felt bad for her. I'm like, "I'll buy your own pump cheese machine." Oh, it cracked me up so much. Like the things that ruin your day. It's
I thought you were going to say she had a shower cap on too, but her hair was pretty wild, huh?
Oh, it was all over the place.
She just got up. She got breakfast.
Yeah, it was in different directions and stuff.
Bedhead, man. You ain't never, with hair like yours, you never woke up with bedhead.
No, actually, mine now stays back.
Serious?
Yeah, stays back. Stays
as short as mine
pretty.
is. I wake up with bedhead on the regular.
No, this is getting kind of heavy enough to where it'll just flow back pretty easy. Now, if I go and sweat and get dirty and stuff, then it gets matted, and that's what's doing that.
Come on,
this morning. Okay. And then yesterday I did a workout of 525 calories in about an hour.
Dude, I consumed that in like 15 minutes.
Eating it's different than burning it off.
Eddie's the anti-hero.
Right. I mean, dude, 525, that's nothing. Give me 3 Big Macs.
But sticking to this theme, I found a story just for Eddie here.
Okay,
Now you might be getting on this, Troy.
I'll just listen.
But Taco Bell is hitting rewind.
Yeah, I was just at Taco Bell.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just on the way here.
All right.
This is important. You need to pay attention.
But the restaurant chain is serving up early 2000s with its decades Y2K menu, which brings back 5 of its most requested favorites of that era. The new menu features the revival of the beloved Taco Bell favorites, including Cool Ranch Doritos Locos Tacos.
Not my fave, but
yeah, all right. I mean, Doritos Cool Ranch just alone are amazing. Because I don't know what's in there. Talk about chemicals.
It's just too much.
It's like putting your tongue on a battery.
Yeah,
like
it very much is.
But then caramel apple empanada.
It's like a dessert thing. It's a dessert thing.
Yeah.
7-layer burrito.
I do remember 7-layer burrito for 99 cents, by the way.
Double-decker taco.
Double-decker taco. That was another 99 center.
And then chili cheese burrito.
That's you, man.
I love the chili cheese burrito.
we agreed.
That's me all day long.
Man,
all day long.
That looks good.
Now, are they going to run them for 99 cents? Because that's what they used to be.
Do you think they're going to bring the prices commensurate with the early 20s?
It'll start on September the 9th, and everything will be budget-friendly $3 or less.
That's not the same. Taco Bell, I used to be able to go in and out of Taco Bell $6 and more food than I could deal with.
Sure.
Today, I got 2 tacos and a cheesy roll-up and a drink. It was $10.
What?
Right. That's not...
For 2 tacos, a cheesy roll-up, and a drink.
Yes, it was those new taco things, and they were pretty good. But still...
It's like going to a Mexican restaurant. You might as well just
exactly the conversation I had with myself as I drove in and stuff.
Agreed.
Tacos.
Agreed.
Gone to Marcelino's.
The chief marketing officer for Taco Bell said, "No one did the 2000s like Taco Bell. That era gave some of our most iconic menu items, including the Crunchwrap Supreme, which remains one of our best-selling items 2 decades later." I have to read them that way.
They had
for
cool
some reason.
colors. You know, the Taco Bells in the 90s were like the purple and the blue.
Yep. What was that? Run for the border? Did
yeah,
they do the,
make a
they
run
make
for the border. And it was funny because after you ate Taco Bell, you did have to run for something.
Yeah, the chief marketing officer is named Taylor Montgomery. He goes on to say, fans have never stopped asking for these items. And honestly, we've missed them too. But decades Y2K isn't just about the menu. It's about reliving the flavors, the fashion, and the fun that made moments in time unforgettable and letting our fans be the first to live it all over again.
That is $3.
Think about it. How hard is it though to bring back something like that? There's just only about 4 ingredients.
Okay.
It's a tortilla, chili, and cheese.
Okay, funny you say
You
that.
do that anytime you want. You
Get
know?
ready to pivot. So how hard is it to bring that back, right? I mean,
It's
they just
not.
did it.
It's not. It's
Why
not. It's
haven't we
about.
gone back to the moon yet, Troy? How hard is it to repeat what we did back in the
Oh,
70s,
God.
Troy?
You know.
I hope you're listening, Pamela. I did it.
Wait, you're comparing stuffing chili and cheese into
No,
a tortilla.
I'm comparing
on
old
mass
technology that has been mastered. And even Taco Bell's like, dude, we can bring back our old stuff, but NASA can't.
It's amazing to me that some people can succeed despite themselves. It's true, and I love Eddie. I find Eddie to be extremely agreeable in my life. But I'm like, how have you had a business? How have you been such a- Do you believe these things?
Well, and I
Troy,
think
who is your main employer?
The government.
All right. Who says we went to the moon? The government.
I got a feeling Troy wants to quote Don Rickles to you, Eddie.
You get a horse and live in the mountains someplace and don't bother anybody.
One of my faves.
Right. Leave the horse out of
it. Taco Bell is also leaning into nostalgia with 3 limited edition weekly Y2K merch capsule merchandise drops, including an Ed Hardy collaboration.
Ed Hardy, really? What's going to be a flaming tomato or
Exactly.
something? Or it's going to be maybe a pepper with
Bring
eyes
something back, man.
and a knife through it, a paring knife.
They're also introducing the Crunchkin, an in-app taco pet that gives users rewards as they complete challenges. Oh no, we're gamifying.
It's like,
You're gamifying people eating Taco Bell. This is
Candy
how we're
Crush.
getting fat.
McDonald's Monopoly.
It's like Candy Crush now.
Yeah.
Taco Bell rewards members can get early 2000s fun before everyone else with access to the caramel apple empanada from Tuesday, September the 12th to the 8th, and only app orders or something like that.
Only people that could break the bank with that would be McDonald's if they brought back their original fried apple pie. That would be,
those were good.
Yeah, that
was
would be. But Taco Bell and the empanada, whatever.
Yeah, I just love these descriptions. Sometimes American marketing is just way too good. Like it's too
cheesy.
much.
It's too cheesy.
Yeah, like the legendary sequel to the original nacho cheese Doritos Locos Tacos have sparked fan petitions for years. Of course, I'm talking about the Cool Ranch Doritos Locos Tacos. So we had to bring it back. The original taco shell is swapped for a Cool Ranch Dorito shell filled with seasoned beef, lettuce, and cheddar cheese, available for $2.49. Holy crap!
It still should be 99 cents.
Yeah, the chili cheese burrito is going to be $2.99.
I won't get it. I'll get that
7-layer burritos cheaper. How is the 7-layer cheaper than just the chili and cheese?
That's a great question, but I think they think they'll sell more of the chili cheese, so they're going to up the price
make a little
on
money
it.
off that one.
Yeah, that's my thoughts.
Yep.
I'm not a marketing guru.
No, I
but
think you're right. You're right.
What about the pump cheese?
What about it?
Take it away.
I bet she goes to the fair and just loads up. Man.
When I used to work at Arby's back in the day, when I was a teenager, we'd take sliced roast beef and we just pump cheese the crap out of it.
Oh no! Like I've told you before, working Parks and Rec, there's one guy that we get to the shop over near Oak Park pretty early, like at 6:30 in the morning. Get out there by 6:45, 7 after filling up the cooler with 2 packs of Gatorade.
Oh, that's good.
Man, talk about neon pea.
I bet.
And it was sweet, but it was kind of good on a hot day.
Good.
2 packs, and we'd start driving. First stop would be like the convenience store.
Of course, got to load up for the day.
Yeah, and I'd get like an oatmeal cream pie or a fudge round or something. Yeah. And why do you look at me that way?
I love oatmeal cream pies myself.
You do?
Yeah, especially the double ones.
Yeah, they are good.
In the morning.
But I would get like a Red Bull or one of those, and pretty normal. There's one person in the truck that would get 2 big honking wienerisserie hot dogs, gas station hot dogs, and he would smother it because they had the pump cheese and the pump chili. Which, by the way, if you open up that machine, it's just a big plastic bag, which really takes away.
Don't do that. Don't open up that machine. No.
And he would just down those 2 things and like nothing flat. So one day I joined him. It was a huge mistake.
At what
Like-
time did you realize that mistake? How many hours or minutes later did you realize?
Oh,
that
just
was-
in like 5 minutes. I'm like, I have my whole day, and we actually had to work some that day, like laying pine straw and cutting crepe myrtles and stuff.
kind of a heavy breakfast there today.
What are we doing here?
Did you say rotisserie hot dog?
Yeah, wienerisserie.
Yeah, let me
That's a
tell you
Greg
something.
Butte.
There was, this is a true story. The Booby Trap is a gentleman's club in Columbus, Georgia, right outside of Fort Benning on Victory Drive.
Never been there before in my life.
Now listen, there is a, it's a little it was a little plastic machine, like someone, it was like you bought off. I don't know where
It's a hot dog
It's just a
machine.
little, and it was
The
just so,
carousel.
and people would eat them. I'm thinking, oh man, might as well put a tuna fish sandwich in there too.
Have you never had great? I'll be honest. Some of the adult clubs I have been into have great food.
No, that's different.
Really?
This was not one of them.
Isn't that
No,
one
no, yeah,
that you
like
told me
the-
about that at a
like the
buffet?
cheetah or
Yes.
something like that. That's different. But yeah. No.
Would you eat at the strip club buffet?
I have several.
You
times,
have?
several times. Some of the best.
Well,
food
what did you
ever.
get? Well, how describe the plate? Describe the process.
Um,
and by the way, set the scene though. Like, is the buffet right near, like,
No, it's in the back.
It's in,
Usually it's
yeah,
in the back
it's,
area.
it's on the kind of other side of the
like
restaurant.
behind a different inner room, different room,
Not
different?
different room,
No,
just
just
on the other
another way,
side.
yeah.
Just
So
way
you
on
can
the other
still
side.
see the action
Yeah.
from when
Oh,
you're
yeah, from the
like,
buffet, yeah.
okay, so describe the spread.
Well, it's kind of honestly, it reminds me of the Shoney's buffet. You've been to Shoney's buffet, right? When they have everything out there, the mushrooms. Like this was a breakfast one, so it had
Salad bar.
scrambled eggs,
Oh, yeah.
pancakes, sausage.
Breakfast.
It had the
Breakfast
cheese.
at the strip
Yeah.
club.
Scrambled eggs, really? at the
There was
strip club?
one club.
Breakfast at the strip
There
club.
was
That's
one club in
fascinating.
particular in South Carolina which they burned down. They literally, the town bought it and burned it down. You couldn't have alcohol in there, so we would sit there and drink coffee.
and it was a 3-cup minimum. It was a 3-cup minimum.
No,
it was
it
$10
was
a
just
cup.
$15 to get in.
Jeez, no wonder it went out of business.
Yeah, oh, well, dude, literally the town bought that place and burned it down. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like we never had that temptation in this area. I guess
Listen,
there was.
I can't believe it when I
yeah,
moved here.
north.
I'm like, what?
There's a spot in Prattville for a little while.
Yeah, but they don't never really have buffet. I knew a restaurant that.
Dude, listen, he does Yelp. He goes on Yelp and he tells all the critiques of all.
No,
the,
for the record, I had a pizza place at the time, and they would call in order for
Okay,
us.
that's
Oh,
right.
that's fair.
That's fine.
No, but I'm wondering, were there people that would just go to the buffet? Like they weren't there
It's sort
for
of like
the.
they were there to read
but
articles
they're-
instead of look at
Yeah,
pictures in the
you had
magazine.
you had those people that would say, "Hey, let's go to the $3.99 buffet. It's cheap."
$3.99.
And those are the same guys that wouldn't eat anything. They just sat there.
And those are the guys that didn't tip either because it's $3.99.
It's $3.99. That's right.
You got to keep them off the
Yeah.
polls, man. You got to keep them off the polls. Give them some money.
I try to tell people.
And by the way, for all the like great stuff, like the Maha Make America Healthy Again movement
Yeah.
with Bobby Kennedy and all this is doing, I have come to the conclusion, as much as you can blame corporate America with like their Taco Bell or the strip clubs with their breakfast buffets or just all the highly
Depending on
palatable
what time of day,
foods.
but yeah.
Or I saw some two like white women of a certain age on saying crumble cookie is poison. There's 10 times the amount of sugar a kid should have in one of those cookies. I'm like, yeah, it's a huge cookie, woman.
Right.
What do you think we're
Well, not
eating?
only that, this is America. You have choices. Your choice is not to buy that cookie.
They're poisoning people for profit with their sugary confections in their cute little pink boxes. And like, it's moments like that where I'm like, yes, there are systemic problems
Sure.
to almost everything. But especially when it comes to your health and fitness, the reason you're fat is probably you.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
Go
if,
to the doctor, make
if,
sure you don't have
if
a
your
thyroid
day
issue.
is ruined because they don't have pump cheese at the Circle K anymore.
You never had that
By the way, the woman was very fat. She's a big old girl. So like,
I bet she
she
wears
might have
spandex
needed
there,
that
too,
pump
man.
cheese. That's what she
Yeah.
probably runs on.
right? No, and I feel bad for
That's
her.
what makes her love machine go. That's our gas tank, man.
That's exactly.
Love machine, right?
I bet that lady though that guilting about the cookies. Her mouth was saying all those things, but her fat gut was saying yes.
Either that or, unfortunately, Ozempic has come around, so they'll stuff their face and then take
That's
a
right,
shot.
just get a shot.
Right.
You're doing it.
No, but I just worry that for all these efforts Bobby Kennedy's putting forward, and a lot of other people are, it's like Americans going to be like, nope, we got the Y2K menu back at Taco Bell.
You would have to secretly make our food healthy and not tell us. That's the only way we're really going to do
Make
it.
American food healthy.
I'm telling you, that's the only way.
Like, we have to do like, have just the most boring square, like scolding people come out and say, you need to eat dirty. You need to eat fast food. You got to do reverse psychology in
Exactly.
the American people because I think we will.
We like good stuff, and there's not a lot of healthy stuff that tastes good.
It's
And when
true.
it says healthy, I'll be honest, my first thing is it's going to taste like cardboard, and I try to move on to the other.
Your taste buds do change, like your sense of what
Oh,
tastes
yeah.
good. Like I did really get on it where I'm eating like grilled chicken mostly and steak every once in a while. I will say steak, chicken can be done right where you start going, oh, this tastes pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you get burnt out, but you can also cook it where, no, this tastes really good. And you get so used to that. Like after I did that for a while, real healthy, I went back to get some Domino's, got a ranch cup.
Didn't taste very good, did it?
And like you open up that ranch, it's like, who farted?
Yeah.
Like,
it smells like.
it smells like a button here. Like, what is this? Like, it's just, and then you get back in your own ways. I guess I'm eating.
So
Right.
last night I made Colonel Holland, as you remember him. They came back from Alaska. They gave me all this sockeye salmon.
Yeah.
It was froze dry.
Some of
They
the
shipped
best-
it back, bro. Listen,
some of the
look,
best
they-
salmon there is to get.
man, I put that on the grill. I put some olive oil. That fat come up out of there. That was healthy, good eating for sure, man.
Yeah,
We
it
cook it
exists
on the grill quite often.
Yeah,
They call
it
it Lake
exists.
Jordan salmon.
Yeah.
And it never fails. Somebody goes, they got salmon in this lake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moron.
They're down there at the north end with alligators.
A good rule of thumb is if you do take the time to cook your own thing, it's probably going to be healthy.
I would say so.
Oh, certainly.
Well, but
Well,
there
you know,
are
it's lack
some
of
exceptions.
preservatives,
Though.
yeah.
Like I know some of y'all here in the South is like casserole everything.
What's wrong with a good casserole?
Wait, when's the last time you had a casserole? And what was it?
Poppy seed chicken casserole. I made it myself
that's not
probably a
bad,
couple weeks ago. Yeah. I
Yeah,
like
I
that.
can't remember the last time I made a casserole.
Not
Do you
big
consider
casserole,
lasagna a casserole?
No.
Lasagna is kind of like its own pasta.
It is.
casserole.
Well,
It's a casserole.
I consider the frozen Stouffer's a casserole.
That's
yes.
not even nothing.
Right, that's not normal
just
lasagna.
mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah,
It's just like, why are these noodles have no firm? Nothing, nothing
There's
to
nothing
them.
to them.
Anyway, this part of the program brought to you by Smokehouse Pit Barbecue.
I wish somebody would have made a run there today.
If you want some good eating, some really high quality barbecue, you got to get by Smokehouse Pit Barbecue. Man, I could put down. You said the other day you were asking if I could eat a rack of ribs.
Yep.
Oh, I could eat a rack of ribs easy right now. And these aren't baby backs.
No.
They do the spare ribs.
Right.
Yeah.
What about you, Troy? You can knock down. What do you think?
I know I could. I
rack,
know
easy?
I could do a rack half probably. Yeah, I think I could. I definitely
I
could.
think we need to put this
We need
up
to have
test.
we need to have an eating
What's
contest.
the worst that's going to happen?
Yeah,
Get fat, dumb, and full.
Yeah. Well, somebody's going to lose.
Oh no! I lost
No.
the rib eating championship.
If I have pump cheese, I could probably do 2 racks.
Oh,
I
hell
could do
no.
2 racks. Oh, hell no.
But y'all, dude, like get some just great food that is back to the original recipes. In fact, Celeste and Chris there, who own the place now, and Chris has been a pitmaster there for years. They went to the original owner, had to get permission to get the original recipes
that's
back,
awesome.
got that permission. And man, it's such good eating. Pulled pork sandwiches, chicken, smoked chicken, turkey. Of course, you can get brisket.
With macaroni, you can even put that in there.
Yeah, put it on top of
the
mac and
stuff right
cheese.
there.
Oh, right. And then some of I love their fried okra. It's so good.
Delicious and stays nice and crispy.
And it travels well.
It did.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
That's amazing.
And then, of course, the breakfast. They open up at 6:30. And that breakfast, those cheese grits, you have to go by before you die and try the cheese grit. In fact, you'll be happy to die after you eat them. They are that good there. And they're very generous with their portions there for the breakfast plate. Cool. Big old pancakes, big old strips of bacon and sausage. And you can get some fried bologna if you really want some.
Nothing wrong with that.
Fried bologna. My dad used to love that.
Yeah, it's
Hot
good
dog
stuff.
pancakes.
Oh, yeah. So y'all get by Smokehouse Pit Barbecue. And maybe tonight, stop by for a little Friday evening entertainment.
Yeah.
Get yourself an adult beverage, put down a rack of ribs. It's a good time. And be sure to tell them that Joey, Eddie, and Troy, those folks on the radio, sent you that location. Same as always, Main Street in Millbrook at Smokehouse Pit Barbecue. Great sponsor here of the program.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Wet feet, melting popsicles, puppy prints. Summer is hard on floors, but Pergo Vinyl by Mohawk is kid-proof, pet-proof, and life-proof. And right now during the Pergo event at Prattville Carpet, you can get luxury vinyl, worry-free floors, plus up to $1,000 in rebates on qualifying Pergo products. So gorgeous new floors up to $1,000 back. And did I mention 12 months no interest? Get the details and shop Mohawk's Pergo event now at PrattvilleCarpet.com.
Prattville Carpet, we're more than just carpet.
Hi, this is Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop. Listen every Saturday to Winning Wellness and learn from experts in different fields of science and technology how nutritional supplements can help you.
Listen to Winning Wellness every Saturday at 10 a.m.
We get Montgomery talking 24 hours a day. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Now, I know I mentioned earlier that J.D. Vance weighing in on the big issues, whether it's this big crackdown on crime from the Trump administration,
right,
or it is the weird, just dumb demonization of prayer, especially after this massacre, this tragedy,
what's up with that?
where people were killed in the middle of praying, in the middle of mass. It's just, anyway. But J.D. Vance has addressed another issue. I know both you gentlemen and most people out there, especially the men in the audience, really care about the engagement of Taylor Swift. Let's listen to the vice president.
Kansas City Chiefs, Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift getting engaged. She endorsed your opponent in the last election.
She did?
Do you think that Americans just want celebrities to butt out of politics?
You know, I think by and large, people want politicians to focus on politics, and they want celebrities to focus on whatever it is that made them famous, whether it's singing or dancing or acting. But, you know, I'm a romantic. When I see two people who are in love getting married, I just wish them the best, and I congratulate them, and I hope they have a very long and healthy and happy life together. I will say, as a football fan, as a Cincinnati Bengals fan, I hope the NFL does not put a thumb on the scale for the Kansas City Chiefs. Just because Travis Kelce is now getting married to maybe the most famous woman in the world, you guys can't sort of have this. I'm worried they're going to have like a Super Bowl wedding thing this season.
Halftime show.
Can't do it. The Kansas City Chiefs have to follow the same rules as everybody else. So if we see the refs being particularly friendly to Kansas City Chiefs players,
I love
think
it.
all
When they
football
haven't,
fans should be
when
willing
have
to
they not been
accept.
friendly to the KC players?
What is JD a Bengals fan?
Yeah, he's from Middletown. He's
Okay.
from he's from about 20 miles south of where I'm from.
Middletown, Ohio?
Middletown, Ohio. Yeah.
Yeah, Ohio football's great for college football,
And
but
then
it's
we
been a
got
while
Texas this
since
weekend.
y'all have had a good NFL
So here's the
team.
deal. If you take the Browns and you put the Bengals together, you'll get a 500 season.
Yeah.
Especially
something that's cracking me up.
Well, so the guy
college.
that owns the Browns
Yeah.
is Mike Brown. I mean, the guy that owns the Bengals is Mike Brown. He
Okay.
is the grandson of Jim Brown, the original founder of professional football.
Yeah.
And that family has got they've screwed everything up, man. They've screwed everything up.
Well, one of the greatest things now, college football is back, thank God.
Yes.
So Dave Portnoy was fixing to do a sports show
Yeah,
from the
he's
Ohio
not allowed-
State
he's not-
Stadium.
he's not allowed in.
They're not allowed in the stadium.
Cheating
And I'm-
booger eaters, dude. They're
and
booger
I'm
eaters.
not even mad about it. I love that because that's petty and that's college football.
That's
I
right.
love college football
That's how
pettiness
much
like
we hate
that.
Michigan.
I love it. And he's a Michigan fan and huge Michigan fan, but he hates Ohio State. And
Well,
to the
and
point
I
of it's
hate,
hysterical.
listen,
That's the rivalry.
That's right. It's the game.
But I will say, I don't think Auburn and Alabama would ever do that. I don't think, like, just say, Joey, you just came out and you professed your love for Auburn and everything else.
Yeah.
I don't think one of their stadiums would ever say, we will not allow Joey Clark in here.
You know what I think? I
No,
think,
because the rivalry's too good,
this,
right,
guys,
yeah.
you guys
Right.
occupy the same state, so you kind of have to have some civility. But there was a war fight between
Oh, that's right.
over Toledo
Yeah.
and Mommy, and we won. But if we would have known how crappy that city was, we would
You
have
let
just
him have
never
it?
fought. We gave it to them.
Just keep it, man. Keep
I'm
it.
telling you, man, there was a war.
I'm telling you. Keep it.
Oh,
Yeah, I think you
goodness.
guys invested in the wrong thing.
How do we feel Auburn's chances are tonight against
I'm
Bengals?
going to watch them. I think
good.
we got a
I think
chance.
good. I think you guys win by 2 scores. I think you
Wow.
win. I do.
I like
I really
that.
do.
I appreciate
I
that.
think that you guys are going to see. This is a must-do for him, and he did a pretty good job filling the line and transfers. And your defense is going to be lights out. I know that. So,
I hope.
Yeah.
Oh,
So 2 scores like 2 field goals.
I'm thinking like I'm saying 9 points. I think it's going to be like 9 points. Yeah,
Okay.
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
I like that. I like those chances. And yes, you will be able to watch if you have YouTube TV. They reached the
got that
deal last
fixed.
second.
They got that fixed.
Thank God for that. But this is how absurd the whole Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce thing is. There's a new stock trading index that's betting that Taylor Swift can not only buy back her masters, release yet another album, Find True Love, but also move markets.
Yeah.
After the pop star got engaged to Kelce this week, the investing app Autopilot launched the quote-unquote Swift Effect portfolio. The app has long let users copy notables trades. In 2021, it was the first to launch the Pelosi tracker, which follows, of course, Nancy Pelosi. It also has trackers for hedge fund managers Michael Berry, who's in like the Big Short, short of the housing market, and famous investors such as Warren Buffett. Rather than follow the pop star's trades, the Swift Effect portfolio tracks the top 15 stocks that could benefit from her engagement. For instance, in her engagement photos, Swift wears a Cartier watch.
Yeah.
So the index includes a stock of Cartier's parent company, Richemont. The index also includes jewelry companies and retailers that could benefit from a wedding day or a baby registry boom, such as Signet Jewelers, Target, and Carter's.
Target.
I don't know if I'm following that.
Well, remember, she crashed the internet. She crashed the internet, guys.
She's
Now,
got
listen,
enough
there's a
followers.
lot of gamers, and that, like Helldiver 3 just came out, I think it was, which is a big gaming thing. It didn't even make a blip on it, but you got her crashing, people trying to download her stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, and I wish them all the best. Lots of love.
Oh, you sound Trumpish saying that.
Well, I do.
When somebody reminds Trump of one of his enemies not doing so well,
Thank
I
you.
wish him the best.
Well, you got to say
it's not even an enemy. I do. I wish him well.
He didn't say thank you for your attention on this matter.
Yeah, it's true.
Right. I wish
That
him
comes
well.
with the divorce papers.
Yeah. See, I don't want to bet it. I don't want to bet against them. Like, I don't want to see that.
How do you not bet against them? Look at the odds of these types of relationships in general.
What do you
How do you
mean?
not bet against them?
What do you mean?
All right, let's start with just NFL players. How many NFL players have a successful relationship or marriage the first go round? How many pop people have a successful marriage the first go round?
How many people in general?
You're making
There
good
you go.
points, Eddie.
I mean, seriously.
You're
it's-
making
it's-
very good points, actually. I'm trying to think of some like big stars that
I'm
have
out with a
actually
crazy
stayed
woman all
together.
day today. So
Anyway, we got to hit the stop the hour break. First hour in the can. 2 more hours to go.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm John Scott. The Labor Day weekend is getting underway, and today will be the day most people will be traveling. Texas Governor Greg Abbott has signed into law a new congressional voting map. It's designed to help Republicans gain more seats in the 2026 midterm elections, delivering a win for President Trump. Democrats vowing to challenge the new map in court. President Trump revoked Secret Service protection for former Vice President Kamala Harris. Low-value packages shipped to the U.S. are no longer exempt from tariffs. President Trump has eliminated a customs exemption for international shipments worth $800 or less. It's part of his wide-reaching trade agenda. On Wall Street, stocks remain lower, the Dow dropping 143 points, the Nasdaq losing 284. This is SRN News.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-583-0141. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-583-0141. That's 800-583-0141. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Montgomery Paint and Body. From little fender benders to total body repair, MPB will fix it good as new, maybe better. For 4 decades, the Turner family has been getting you back on the road. Call 279-7325.
Rich Thomas weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We've got a changing weather pattern as a series of disturbances approaches. Today, clouds will dominate, wet at times, scattered showers and thunderstorms. High temperature held down by the clouds and showers to around 80. Tonight's low 67. Then on Saturday and Sunday, spotty random, mostly afternoon and evening storms with a high in the middle 80s. Then for Labor Day Monday, a sun and cloud mix, widely scattered storms, high 87. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Delray to Publix.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, here's today's top stories. American Idol winner Taylor Hicks is giving a free concert at Lake Martin this weekend. The concert will take place Sunday at the Landing at Parker Creek, beginning at 6 p.m. Taylor Hicks rose to prominence in 2006 after winning Season 5 of American Idol, followed by a platinum debut album. Auburn police have charged a Montgomery man with robbery and murder. 23-year-old Mardrikas Jaquan Lee was wanted in connection to a February robbery and murder of a 33-year-old man in Auburn. Lee was arrested on Thursday by Auburn police and the U.S. Marshals Regional Task Force. Governor Kay Ivey's office announced a grant of more than $433,000 to bring new jobs to Macon County on Thursday. The funding will help auto equipment maker Shinsung build a plant in Shorter. The facility will be located just off I-85 and is expected to employ 35 people. Shinsung is a supplier for Hyundai, Kia, and other automakers. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
Hi, it's Jonathan Cotton with the Good Feet Store. When your feet aren't properly supported, it can affect your whole body, your back, your ankles. You might be thinking there's no way something as simple as Good Feet arch supports can help me. Well, that's exactly what Bill thought.
My feet would just ache, my back would hurt, my ankles, everything just hurt. And I'd seen the commercial several times before I finally said, I'm going to do this. And I'll be darned if it didn't work. I feel a million times better than I ever did.
Visit the Good Feet Store for a free fitting and test walk. If you want to live free from pain, come visit the Good Feet Store and take the first step towards a more comfortable, healthier you. Wendy's experience might inspire you too.
Since wearing my arch supports from the Good Feet Store, my back pain is gone and my feet don't hurt as much. And as I look into the future without pain, I see myself being even more adventurous, joyful, and full of possibility.
Visit goodfeet.com to book your appointment today.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
How you conduct yourself in a democracy? I'm a better looking person than Kamala.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back to the Friday edition of the program here in the, well, end of summer. Oh, yeah. But it does feel like Labor Day weekend.
It does.
And I think in a good way, but it seems like most folks are not paying attention to the news. I had some people talking to me about that yesterday saying, I just can't do it all day, every day. And I even saw like some of my favorite trolls online, like Michael Malice, for instance. Even he said, I just took a week vacation and it reminded me of how bad this app in particular, X, is for your mental health.
It is.
Like, even if you are wise to the game, you're the one kind of getting on top of folks and really clowning others.
Right.
It can still mess with your head if like all you do is look at the screen in the virtual world.
I live with that.
Well, because people make money. A lot of people making a living just doing that, whether it's TikTok or X or Facebook and
OnlyFans.
Yeah, OnlyFans too. People do that.
That's a different way of monetizing.
Hey, whatever works.
So the Cracker Barrel co-founder.
Yeah,
93-year-old fella.
Uncle Herschel.
He's blasted the restaurant for those changes.
Of course.
And the CEO's name, who's there now, is Julie Massino.
She's garbage.
But Tommy Lowe, he's co-founder of the first Cracker Barrel in 1969, accused the former Taco Bell executive, okay, I see, of trying to rival the chain's widely criticized $700 million modernization effort. The 93-year-old Lowe said they're trying to modernize to be like the competition. Cracker Barrel doesn't have any competition. Right. I heard she was at Taco Bell. What's Taco Bell know about Cracker Barrel and country food?
Good question.
They need to work on the food and service and leave the barrel, the logo alone.
There you go.
I like that.
Damage is done.
Yeah.
The damage is done, unfortunately.
But that's got to really be a tough place for him. He's a guy that, co-founded this. And of course you sell out over time. I get that. But then to watch somebody ruin.
The kids running the business into the ground.
I've known several that way.
I know.
Yeah, Lowe went on to say he slammed the rebrand as pitiful, saying Massino didn't understand the Cracker Barrel identity because of her background in fast food. Spending $700 million doing that is throwing money out the window.
Might as well. Might as well drive out the window of Atlanta Highway and throw it out.
Yeah, and I wonder, hopefully, maybe Cracker Barrel gets the bump, but I would say, man,
they're gonna have to
go get breakfast at Smokehouse Pit Barbecue on a Sunday.
Get rid of their CEO. That's the only way that's going to save them. They got to make a stink about it.
Well, like I said, when I saw at Easter this last year, we were in there around that time, and I saw they had mimosas.
Yep.
They had beer and wine. I said, "This place is dying."
As soon as they
this
announced,
place is dying.
Yeah, as soon as they announced they were going to beer, I mean, and I'm a beer drinker.
No, yeah.
I've never had beer at a Cracker Barrel,
gravy and beer is
I
perfect.
knew immediately this was on their way out.
Biscuits and gravy and bud.
It's kind of like when Playboy said they were no longer going to do
naked women.
Yeah.
Well, I just did it for articles anyhow.
Well, I know, but
they did have some.
There's
an old interview of Ayn Rand on there that's remarkable.
There's some really good. There were some good writers.
But that's like having cake with no icing.
Very good.
Just cake.
But the 93-year-old Lowe recalled a grand old Opry man named String Bean, who had warned the restaurant in its infant stage to quote unquote keep it country. Yeah. He reiterated the alert to the current leaders, warning the business would falter if they didn't listen. If they don't get back to keeping it country, then it ain't gonna work, Lowe told the media. Think the guy's right?
Oh, 100%. But why did they bring that CEO in? Well, who was your major stockholder in Cracker Barrel? And do they care if that restaurant makes it or not? Or is it all about making us?
If you think about it, though, this is if you look at this just in a micro sense and go to a macro or systemic sense, this is what's going on in America. The demographics have changed, guys. Right back then, and when was it founded? 30 some years ago, you said
1969.
Yeah, okay, let's talk about what America looked like in 1969. Okay, and then let's talk about the 70s, and then you watch the change in the dilution of our demographic groups, and it's just no longer has that huge appeal to a lot of the people in this country, I guess, particularly since they serve pork there and the Muslims can't eat there.
Well, the thing is, though, I mean, honestly, I used to eat at Cracker Barrel all the time. The reason we quit going near as much, especially here locally, the service sucks and the food's subpar. But every time we've gone to other Cracker Barrels, like I think we were at one of the casinos coming back one time, losers, and we stopped at the Cracker Barrel somewhere in Louisiana. We're like, this is it. This is what Cracker Barrel is supposed to be.
It's just how they're managed a lot of times.
It is exactly right.
Show me a good casual dining restaurant in Montgomery. Yeah, good luck with that.
You couldn't force me to open up a restaurant in Montgomery.
You couldn't. Business, period.
Yeah, it's
There's
no
way to know.
There's nobody to run it. The other day we were at literally a Taco Bell. There's two ladies running it. Two ladies. One of them was working the drive-thru. I guess the other one was doing the stuff.
Yeah, the other was running the pump
cheese. If I had a restaurant like that and my name is on the line, we close it down before I just tell people I got two people.
I agree.
Now, you'll notice, by the way, a theme, folks, I'm trying to stay away from the politics. Honestly, there's nothing
to talk about. Let's stay away from it.
But headline here, are you dating a psychopath? Experts reveal major red flag to look out for.
Let's hear 'em.
I haven't even read this
let's
yet,
do
so
some
we're going to have
comparisons,
to.
'cause I got a feeling somebody in this room's got a couple of those.
Yeah.
Living the quote unquote fast life says more about a person than their proclivity for risk taking. How do you tell if your man is a psychopath?
Okay, man.
They've got an amazing online game, apparently. German scientists. Are we German?
Very German.
German scientists have revealed that those who have a high hookup rate on dating apps are more likely to be psychopaths.
I can see that.
If the Germans are saying
Ted
it, you
Bundy.
know it's true.
Right. This is the study. Author is named Lennart Freith.
Although I can't help but think
Whatever
he's a
that-
nerd that's not
Freith.
getting any. and he's
Freith.
just mad.
Freith, probably in German.
Lennart Freith.
Freith.
Individuals who have elevated levels of traits associated with a fast life history, like the dark triad, tetrad traits, or sociosexuality. That sounds fun.
This is getting weird.
Use
that out.
visual social media platforms more intensely. But the study published in the journal Cyber Psychology, Behavior, and Social Networking explored the relationship between certain psychological profiles and success on digital romance platforms, which have been linked to various mental health issues. This does dovetail into like how your mental health is destroyed if you're on these sorts of things all the time. Then you add this to like essentially a meat market, just a visual, like a judgment. Like how many people are actually reading profiles and being like, oh, wow, yeah.
You read the profile like the third thing, I think. First thing is you look.
You look,
Yeah.
right. But when I started my research in the areas of dating apps and social media, I dived deeper into theoretical explanations of our behavior. Considering personality a behavioral disposition, I was indeed wondering why was nobody going for the most obvious, I'm now sounding Indian, elements of dating apps. Sorry.
Thank you. Come again.
What version of software are you running?
I will treat you like a queen, and we can go to the Maldives, and I will buy you everything. But to determine what characteristics predicted dating app success, he and his team asked nearly 500 dating app users to complete a series of questionnaires measuring various traits and behaviors. Participants were asked whether they had gone on a quote-unquote Tinder date, a date arranged through a hookup app, and whether they had sex with someone they met on this virtual wingman service.
There's a high percentage there with a Tinder. Tinder's just a hookup app, ain't it?
I suppose.
I would think that would be I never got into the internet dating world. I kind of missed out on it, but I always thought Tinder was just a hookup app. And correct me if I'm wrong. I really don't know, but I thought it was. That's
Grindr.
Joe used to be on Grindr till I told him.
Oh
what
no,
it
he was never on Grindr. Stop that.
Please stop it. Please stop that.
No, Joey, I'm
not part of Donald Trump's big gay Republican Party.
How do you know that you don't have a fake profile on Grindr? Because I know some of your
if
friends.
He does, if he does, you set it up.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but the researchers then analyzed personality and behavioral traits characteristic that predict each outcome using validated scales to determine the three so-called dark triad traits: narcissism, Machiavellianism,
that's me, check,
and psychopathy. Along with attitudes towards casual sex, sexual desire, and prior sexual behavior. What you're saying, people that are like really into casual sex might also be like, psychosexual killers?
I would think they probably would be propensity to be greater,
Yeah.
Or just
psychopath.
Yeah.
It's all about me.
Narcissist is usually a good signal.
Narcissist.
But the team found that while the same number of women had gone on a Tinder date, men were more likely to bed someone they met through a hookup app. 66% of those who had Tinder sex were men. These successful online daters tended to be younger and displayed higher rates of narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. These dating app assassins also scored higher in all three aspects of sociosexuality: more favorable attitudes towards casual sex, greater sexual desire, and more experience in that regard. The researchers warned that these promiscuous pickup artists could potentially be more likely to exploit and target vulnerable individuals online. You think? Individuals with a faster life strategy, particularly men high in psychopathy and sexual desires, report more mating success via dating apps. Okay. The results align with prior studies claiming that psychopathic men have more success in one-night stands and casual hookups. By contrast, these traits did not hold true for men who had not experienced online flings or for women in either group. So I guess women are better than the fellas in this regard.
They're immune to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I disagree.
However, the study did reveal that women who had experienced more Tinder sex were more likely to report being satisfied with their choices than female participants who did not.
Fascinating.
Yeah, that's strange.
You know, you talk about targeting and exploiting. I'm thinking they look at the profile and say, she's got low self-esteem. I can make her do things.
Yeah,
That's
seriously.
exactly what goes on.
Okay, you don't think girls look at the profile and go, "That's an ugly dude. I think I can."
I can take some money off.
Sure.
Okay.
Researchers
both ways,
That's
man.
right, brother.
Researchers surmised, what surmise is kind of like you're guessing a little bit.
I think surmise, is like a deduction. You know,
Yeah.
you deducted it. Yeah,
But researchers surmise that these women may have put more effort into the initial messaging phase and were therefore more likely to accept disappointment in the flesh. Women who report sex via dating apps lowered their standards compared to women not having Tinder sex.
Well, again, duh.
You know,
we were surprised by women lowering their standards on a date.
You don't think the dudes did too?
He added, the German research, he said, we consider this something like a sunk cost effect. After already texting once on a date, the
Right,
decision to
you're
engage
invested.
further was already made.
Right, you're invested.
Of course, there are a few caveats to the study, including the reliance on self-reported data. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Researchers worry that the results could be tainted by gendered reporting biases. The men might have inflated their numbers
Right,
while the
and
women
women-
underreported their experiences.
Duh.
Yeah, we got to get a better like tracking system than self-reporting.
And the Germans, it's hard to, oh my gosh, listen, you know, my theory is on the Japanese and the Germans, why they're so weird is we killed off the best of their generation there in World War II. And now you're left with, you know, vending machines that dispense used underwear in Tokyo. And then God knows what's going on. I'm just saying. And listen, here's the other thing. Did you ever hear the story about the young banker online? Again, this is a German online thing. So I kind of cautious because they're weird in this way. He put out on a board, he wanted to be consumed alive.
What?
Yeah.
No, this is true. You can look it up. It's a very quick, it's kind of disturbing. So he was a banker. He was on a cannibalistic underground webpage. And he said, I'd like to be consumed. And someone goes, I'll do it for you.
Yep.
And he arranged his will. He had everything laid out. He said, I'm doing this willingly. And he went to meet this guy. He gets there. They get ready to start. He has a couple drinks. Then the guy starts cutting on him. And he goes, I need something for the pain. He goes, oh, I got some Benadryl and some cough syrup. So that's what he does. And then he proceeds to cut the man's nether parts off, fry it up in sausage, and have him feed it. To have him feed it. And then he dies. And then the police find it. And he got off.
This is a portal to hell.
No, it really is.
I
It really
agree.
is.
It's a portal to hell.
It's a true story.
I
thought
remember.
these dirty Germans.
I remember. I didn't remember the details. I do remember setting it up.
So there's a little bit of, after this whole story, the men get 3 paragraphs. So how does one tell if their female partner is a psychopath? Apparently, they wear less makeup. Yeah, the researchers found, this was a surprising new study in the Archives of Sexual Behavior. The researchers found that women who scored highly on the psychopathy scale were less likely to put on lipstick, eyeliner, and blush in social situations.
They think they don't need it.
These findings underscore the nuanced relationship between makeup usage and personality, the study authors stated, saying that women who donned lots of makeup were also found to be more agreeable in most social settings.
Slutty.
My standard for a crazy girl is when she's standing outside your window, throws a rock, and she's got an American doll with its head off going, can you help me find the rest of it? Oh.
Goodness gracious, Troy.
Military women, man.
Like
it never happened to me.
serious.
It happened to people I know, though.
Right.
Like, you know,
Military women.
we're having the conversation yesterday about how people are being manipulated by social media and AI, especially kids. And I'm like, I see stuff, and especially hear stuff like that. Like, it's a portal to hell in so many instances. It's absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, but
man.
at the same time, I'm sorry, but if you fall for something that most people realize is, then you're just a rude.
Well, and I did figure out very quickly in Montgomery, the Tinder app is, and this was, I guess, 4 or 5 years ago.
Tell us
last
your
time I was
report. Give
on
us a
it.
full
It's a
report.
Turing test.
It's a what?
It's a Turing test. Like most of the women on there are not real.
Aha.
And I did test one. I've told this before.
Oh, yeah.
And,
I haven't heard this.
and I said, like, no, we seem to be getting along. And I was already suspicious this is fake as hell. Like, yeah, let's meet in a public place. Like, we can go to the coffee shop or whatever in Cloverdale or whatever. And they're like, no, meet here. Send an address. It was an old warehouse off of the wall exit.
Yeah.
But think how many dudes, like you were smart enough, kept going.
Oh, no, this was like,
Think
this
how
is
many dudes
crazy.
went, hello? Anybody here? Hello? I'm looking for my date. Hello? Got robbed.
And think about how many dudes get tricked by makeup and like the angular shot, and then they show up
It's a
and
dude.
and
It's
the
a
person,
dude,
the
right.
person walks up and goes, "Are you my date?
You want to dance?
Let's go camping.
That's, yeah. Mhm.
I got some mallows to fry up. We can get some s'mores going." Mhm.
Sandwich in between it.
Anyway, I don't know how we're going to transition to the next part of this conversation,
Usually, Mike
but
Cohen gets the worst part.
No, this
Tell me
is
it's not
somebody
Mike.
else's day.
Okay.
but Austin Marenko's on the
Okay,
phone
Austin.
from
Good,
Invista
good, good.
Advisors.
That's
Hey,
what I-
Austin, how you doing today?
Hey, Joe, I'm having a great day. How are y'all?
Yeah, we're having a good
All
one.
right. It's Friday.
Yeah, we're trying to power through. Stupid question, because I thought it was a silly report. There's I guess a retail investment app called Autopilot that's done the Pelosi tracker and these things. They're now doing the Swiftie effect tracker, given that Taylor Swift has been gotten engaged. So they're like recommending certain stock indexes based on like all the stuff in her photos and what might come up in a wedding and a baby registry. I mean, that seems like one of the stupidest ways to invest your money. Maybe
You know, I wish my wife was listening today because she's a huge Swiftie, and I actually did hear, maybe not about the app you're talking about, but about the Swiftie effect on some publicly held companies.
Yep.
I think she was wearing Polo, Ralph Lauren in her engagement photos, apparently, and apparently that stock has just taken a nice 2 to 3% bump in a single day or two since those pics were released. And once again, the market today moves on quick news and investor sentiment. It's not always technicals, and that's a prime example of it. You can point to and say, yeah, there's no other explanation for Polo Ralph Lauren to have a bump like this. They didn't announce earnings recently. They don't have any new products on their platform. It's just, boom, here's these two superstars announcing an engagement wearing their product. And apparently a lot of the items that she was wearing have since sold out and are now on back order. So that kind of stuff is real, man.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I learned something new today. And let's talk, though, about the technicals and the fundamentals. I think there's been a lot of like earnings reports, especially NVIDIA's came out. And then I guess new core inflation numbers are coming out. What's your sense of kind of the general trend that we've been seeing over the last week or two?
Yeah, so we're still positive on the week. We've really climbed heavy earlier in the week, but we've given most of those gains back. We're still positive on the week, on the month, on the 3 month, 6 month, and the year. There's no way you can look at this year's market from a negative perspective, but we did cool off a bit. I mean, we rose 2 to 3% earlier in the week, and we've given back most of that on a steady decline today. The news in our space is the personal consumption expenditures report that came out. Expenditures are up, which kind of ties into inflation. It's not the same as inflation, but it's the amount people are willing to spend on goods, and if their income is enough to cover those goods. And the income numbers came in good. People's income is up as well. So I think when you look at earnings, you look at how hot we were earlier in the week, really this Friday sell-off that we're seeing is probably just gains taking. Institutional investors going ahead and locking in some of the growth from the year is what we're seeing. But once again, I'm really enjoying the optimism of this market. We're in a good spot at Invista. Most of the other professionals in our space that I talk to are also in a good spot this year. Clients are happy. I think the sentiment across the country is in a good spot. I even saw some report came out, that the Democrats are pleased with, the current state of the economy, which is good and understandable. It's hard not to be in this environment.
Yeah, well, that's a good sign. And folks, of course, check out Invista Advisors if you're looking this sort of insight and expertise and much beyond what we've discussed. Anything you can throw at this gentleman here on, say, running the brokerage desk there in Invista, he's going to be able to handle it. Or, maybe you bring up an issue that isn't on the investment side. They have a full multidisciplinary team that can handle any aspect of financial planning, anything at all, whether you're just starting, near end of life, maybe you need a business manage. They can help you with financial planning across the board there at Invista Advisors. Just go to InvistaAdvisors.com or just call them direct, 387-0094. And when you call them up at 387-0094, be sure to say, hey, I heard Austin Marenko on the radio with Joey Clark. Want to see what y'all can do for me.
Awesome. Thanks, Joey. And you guys enjoy wrapping up that Tinder discussion now.
Appreciate it.
Got any input for us?
Have a great holiday weekend, man.
All right, y'all too. Bye.
Again, folks, that's Austin Baranco with Invista Advisors.
The opinions voiced in this material are for general information only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. All performance referenced is historical and is no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. The opinions expressed in this material do not necessarily reflect the views of LPL Financial. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice is offered through Invista Advisors, registered investment advisor and separate entity from LPL Financial.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know go.
The Tears family has been your local Roto-Rooter service since 1964. Drain cleaning, plumbing repair, and those troublesome septic tanks, no problem. Technology has changed a bit in the last 54 years. Video inspections of lines to locate problems is available, as well as scheduling your appointment online. River Region residents have trusted Roto-Rooter for over half a century. You can too. Call today at 272-7130 or visit online at rotorooteralabama.com.
Call Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values. This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
I'm Jim Smith with Adams Drugs, and what our customers say about our business is the most important advertising tool. I'm here with Ronnie Taunton, who is a longtime customer of Adams Drugs, moved away for 3 years, and came back to town recently. Ronnie, how easy was it to move your business back to Adams Drugs?
Jim, it was very easy. All we did was make a phone call to the store in Prattville. That's where we live now, and they took it from there, and I didn't do anything else.
What has your overall experience been like here at Adams Drugs?
Well, we are glad to be back with Adams. We've had quite an experience in some towns we lived in, and they have great service. You can tell that the employees are glad to be there to serve you, and I couldn't ask for any more. Whatever formula the Vinson family has, they need to keep it in a safe place because it's certainly working.
Come into any of our 12 Adams Drugs locations. Visit us at adamsdrugs.net to find the location nearest you. Adams Drugs is your independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Are you thinking about selling your home? Here's a question for you. Would you trust your biggest investment to someone who's only doing real estate as a side gig? They've got another job, so how focused are they on getting you the best results? I'm Hannah Grantham, and for us at Forest Meadows Homes and Land, real estate is our full-time and only job.
That's right. You don't have a part-time banker, so why would you have a part-time realtor?
So if you're thinking of selling, think Hannah Grantham and Eddie Bader, and let's make sure your home gets the attention it deserves.
We're full-time agents getting full-time results. Give us a call today, 334-322-0662.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Alabama Wholesale Lumber. Alabama Wholesale Lumber, the best quality building materials in the River region for decades. From common builds to special orders and local delivery. Call Alabama Wholesale Lumber.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We've got a changing weather pattern as a series of disturbances approaches. Today, clouds will dominate, wet at times, scattered showers and thunderstorms. High temperature held down by the clouds and showers to around 80. Tonight's low 67. Then on Saturday and Sunday, spotty, random, mostly afternoon and evening storms with a high in the middle 80s. Then for Labor Day Monday, a sun and cloud mix, widely scattered storms, high 87. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
If it concerns your community, you'll hear about it on News Talk 93.1. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. And usually when he stops by, Troy Carrico here brings in a different flag that we need to showcase. And obviously, I know the one behind you today is the American flag, but I'm like, it looks like an American flag that has seen some stuff.
That thing has flown. That flag we got is from Camp Slayer, Iraq. When I was there with the 513th of my brigade as a tactical human officer, and it flew over there, and a lot of things happened on the ground. I was over there with Lou Elizondo, my good friend, when he came over. So it's just got a lot of memories. It was 2006 and 2007. It was there.
Wow.
And it was there for good and bad, and it's got a lot of memories for us. So that's why I brought it in, just to remind you that every time you look at flags, we fly them around the world, and they mean something. They each of them are symbolic of something. So, and people,
absolutely.
So
yeah. And I was taught respect early on. I will always remember this. It was, and it wasn't me necessarily, because I always was just generally deferential as a kid, especially to like my grandfather. The one I'm living with right now, it was a basketball tournament in Birmingham, and there are some other kids, and they had the little ones, like those little Trump flags right in front of you. Right. And they were waving them and then kind of like throwing them on the ground and stuff. And he, in a stern way, not in like a truly like violent way, but in a stern way, kind of snatched the kid up and goes, "Hey," and explained to him, "This way you don't do it," and all this stuff. I think the father came over and thanked him. And that's always been burned into my brain, that moment. Still flies the American flag to this day.
Yep.
We got a neighbor who's always got different flags in his backyard outside the man cave he's got back there. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, he had a WrestleMania flag and flew a Hulkamania flag after a Hulk's passing. And then he's got, of course, mini Trump flags and the state of Alabama. So it's kind of fun. Once you get into that, that can be a lot of fun.
When you guys come to the house, I think I sent a picture to you guys. Brian Dawson was like, because it looks like a compound. It's a lodge home, but I got 8 flags on each of the poles on the porch, and it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And Robin goes, it's a deterrent. People will pull up here and they see all these flags. They go, this is like militia. Nobody's gonna break in here.
What do you?
It's next door.
They're working. The construction side is.
That's God knocking on your noggin, saying, "Hey, buddy, you better get your stuff together."
That's
before
happened
vacation.
before, and I turned around and it was a senator. So
that's funny. Yes. You're knocking in with some
it was
donuts.
Knocking on the window. Oh, well, there's
Joey
Katie Brent right there. How about that?
Here's some donuts.
No, it was good seeing her yesterday.
Yeah,
and I keep telling them, like, we can do an hour at least. Like, we can do 3 hours if you got the time, but very, very busy as always. Now, here's another story that caught my attention. At first, I'm like, is this the Babylon Bee? But no, the website is not the Bee, which is their straight news site that could maybe be satire. Bill Belichick's 24-year-old girlfriend files for quote-unquote gold digger trademark. Jordan Hudson, she's the 24-year-old girlfriend, and she's smoking hot. Like, good God.
Joey, how can you be just so shallow?
I'm just being truthful.
Yeah, she is smoking hot.
Right.
100%.
Right, and she's got those daggers in her eyes, too.
And she's crazy.
Right. Well, but now she wears a lot of makeup, so maybe she's not a real psychopath.
Whatever, dude.
Okay. But she is, Jordan Hudson's her name, and according to Fox Business, Hudson just filed to trademark the word gold digger.
Kind of late on that, isn't she?
I think so.
TCE Rights Management, a company managed by Jordan, and it's not Jordan, it's Jordan. Filed the trademark application on August 25th, according to documents viewed by E! News. That still exists. Noting that the 24-year-old would use the phrase on jewelry or keychains. This is kind of brilliant.
Well, I agree. It's a smart move. I don't think she needs to necessarily register it, though. That word's been around too long. Just put your picture out there and put gold digger and go with it. And honestly, run with the trend, because how many other women will do the same?
Yeah, I think.
And how many men will buy that and put the picture of their girl in there? Because she ain't nothing but a gold digger.
I wonder, did Kanye already copyright trademark that song?
Oh man,
before he went to completely Hitler. Yeah, I don't know.
Could do apple bottoms. Oh, that was
apple bottom jeans.
Yeah, that was already. That's already taken. Though every time I hear that song, I just think of Tom Cruise at the end of Tropic Thunder.
Me too.
Dancing in the fat suit to
That's
that.
one of my favorite scenes of all movies.
Yeah. He is great. Oh, God. There's so much stupid crap out there, but this one caught my eye as like a mystery. You know, we were having this conversation the other day off air, Troy, and we've had many a conversation like this, Eddie, where there's more to the world than like the obvious.
Yeah.
And like more, even like the official sources and all this stuff. Mysterious 300,000-year-old skull found on cave wall baffles scientists. It's neither human nor Neanderthal.
You have a picture of it?
Yeah, I can pull it up on, I'll just put it out on my tablet here. But it's a horned hominid.
That's what I was wondering if it was horned.
Yeah, it's a horned hominid skull. It might sound like it's something out of Greek mythology, but it actually could be a separate species of human ancestor that lived alongside Neanderthals. This is according to a groundbreaking study in the Journal of Human Evolution. So
One's out the head or the face?
Out the head.
It's a unicorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it looks like a messed up goat.
It looks like a messed up goat.
Like a goat skull that had some deformity in the.
Could be a knife through the skull.
Researchers say this fossil has a key position in European human evolution. Originally discovered attached to a wall in the Petrolona cave in northern Greece in 1960, the unicorn-esque noggins, age, place, our family tree have eluded researchers until now.
I got a feeling they're going to come back and report this is not that old.
Well, researchers were able to estimate the calcite, a mineral form of calcium carbonate often found in caves, jutting from the cranium, was at least 277,000 years old. You don't think the dating methods are sound?
No, I've seen them come back on that kind of crap.
Yeah, I know.
True. While yet unclear how long the fossil was in the cave, amassing the skull stalagmite, they were reportedly able to narrow the window down from the previous range of between 170,000 to 700,000 years old. These findings align with previous research indicating that the individual lived during the Pleistocene epoch in Europe alongside Neanderthals, but was part of the Homo heidelbergensis group or something like that. Not that there's anything wrong with that, which is distinct from both Homo sapiens and Neanderthals. The group lived between 300 and 600,000 years ago, evolved in Africa with some populations migrating to Europe 500,000 years ago. In fact, this population, which potentially hunted large game and wore their hides in colder climates, reportedly evolved into Neanderthals while the African iterations were our predecessors. Crazy stuff. Yeah, and all like that's the sort of thing where you're like, you brought it up the other day when you and Pamela were fighting about the moon. Like you got into like the cryptozoology,
cryptozoics. Yeah, that's one of my passions.
And you got to wonder like how much stuff is out there that's just.
Well, dude, they find like in the Grand Canyon, especially now that you got drones.
Yeah, I saw that.
They find so many of these caves that are built that are in the Grand Canyon walls and all around Arizona and in Mexico, and they'll carbon date them and tell you this is older than the Bible. And I just have a hard time accepting that, for one, because it's here in the U.S. And they're telling me this is older than the Bible. I want to believe that. However, I can't wrap my mind around that. And if that's the case, then why aren't these things protected 9 ways to Sunday? They're not. You and I can get on a mule and go hack and find them. I mean, they're.
And what are we talking about exactly?
It'll be like a home built out of into a cave.
Sure.
Sometimes it'll be hundreds of feet up.
Yeah, a dwelling, if you will.
And they'll do the carbon dating, and they'll say this is older than the Bible.
You know, and I have a problem with some of the carbon dating. They went they went to a more radiated, I think, gamma dating. But my point's this, though. I think when you think of it, there were this is going to get weird.
No.
Giants.
Yeah.
There were giants. And listen, they're Nephilim. They're Nephilim.
Yeah.
They're offsprings. And I think that we know about them from the other apocryphal text and Bible. And they suddenly just cleaned them all out of museums that were in the Smithsonian. There's pictures of them there. And the thing is, it's hard to know what to believe.
It is.
It is. But I do know we sent them in on the moon because people died in that mission. I believe that with all my heart. And when Alan Shepard got up and punched that man in the mouth, that told me what I needed to know.
How many people died for COVID?
What?
COVID. That's criminal. That's criminal. That's not a scam. That's a criminal.
It was a huge scam, and a lot of people fell for it.
And how old is the Bible? Like what, 4,000 years old?
Yeah, that's
More
what
than that,
it depends on what portion or what version you have of it.
The Old Testament. I don't know. I just thought the Old Testament was older.
It's about 4,000. It spans about 4,000.
Yeah, the oldest
ages.
parts are about 3,400 years
Right. Yeah.
ago. I just threw it into Grok.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is cool where they found the Dead Sea Scrolls, and some of these texts are word for word.
Books of Tobit.
They keep thinking that they found Noah's Ark, which I think is amazing. If that's
in Turkey,
Yeah, it's in
but
Turkey.
the Turks are in the past. They've always been real hesitant about any. They like to find something and say, "Yeah, we got it," but you can't look at it.
Yeah,
right.
That's the way Turks have been.
And you suspect the Book of Job might be much older than anything, because it is obviously the Bible's a library. It's a collection of books. So the Book of Job would be, I think, is the oldest.
The Dead Sea Scrolls, they allege too, in the books of Enoch 1 and 2, that that was a transcription from a much earlier manuscript. Because you got to remember, whether people want to understand this or not, Christianity derived from Judaism. I mean, it's a Protestant version,
which
if
is
you will,
protest
of Judaism. So yeah.
Okay, so it is kind of amazing what you're able to find online now. It's saying that the earliest books or sections, such as parts of Isaiah or Amos, were likely composed around the 8th century BCE, so about 2,800 years ago. And of course, these stories are older than these written scrolls.
Sure.
There's an oral tradition to a lot of this stuff, so maybe you could date it even further back. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, are we going to discover? Because I don't know how much I buy. What I was taught in school was, early packs of humans, nomadic folks travel. They're hunting woolly mammoth, and they come over the land bridge.
Yeah.
Where's the Bering Strait is, right? And then they populated
That's what we were always
the
told.
Americas, and I don't know if I buy that.
It's hard to when they keep finding, and they've been finding these forever. But like I said, in Arizona, in New Mexico, and places, they're finding these caves. They're saying there is proof that someone lived here before the Bible.
Or look at the earthworks they're finding in South America or here in Alabama.
They think that the pyramids down in South America predate the Egyptians in some regard. Here's my thoughts. His thoughts aren't our thoughts. His ways aren't our ways. And when he made this place, man's trying to assign its failed logic and its failed science to some of these things. People go, well, if there's dinosaurs, that proves God doesn't exist. No, you're wrong. It proves God exists because he created the heavens and the earth, and we don't know the timeline that this was going on. So man trying to wrap around God's creative vision is, I think, folly.
Yeah, and I like the idea that the more we learn and more knowledge we do gain, that's real, the more we realize how ignorant we are.
We don't know. Yeah.
That should be the main takeaway. The amount of insight just makes you realize, the horizon of what we could potentially know is so vast. Good luck with that.
But that's another thing too. We're discovering things at such a rapid rate. We talked about a while back, the news cycle was like a funnel hose, a fire hose.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of discovery is like a fire hose now, where some of the things they're coming out with, I'm like, I didn't even know we were looking at
and
that,
then you get
holy
the
cow.
official authorities who have made their life's work off in a certain narrative. Especially Egyptian authorities around the pyramids. They don't want to budge at all from stuff established a few decades ago.
Right.
Even for basic research and stuff. And it's
that's how the Turks were, man.
That makes it even more mysterious to me. And I kind of get it in the sense of your self-interest and this is your life. You've run in the antiquities department of Egypt forever.
Right.
Who are these up and coming people to suggest my life's work is wrong?
Right. Yeah.
So just so you know, on live chat, I'm going to tell you, this is why cryptozoology and this is what people like talking about. They like hearing this stuff. I mean, people think they talk about black fatigue and gay fatigue. There's political fatigue too. I think in this country, these people are I got people right here about giants and Nephilim and all that. And it's they like talking about it. So I was just giving you guys that plug.
Yeah, more and more mystery, please. I'm all for it, and let's keep digging deeper. And I mean, right now the amount of people talking about these discoveries too is it's just fascinating to see what's going to come out on the other side of this. I was having a discussion with my priest. Well, he's my uncle actually, who's a priest.
There you go.
And he was saying, we're hitting a point where it's hard to know what to believe when you look
now you're going to throw the AI too.
But my response to that was, okay, when you get to that point where nothing seems solid, even certain things, nothing seems sacred to certain folks. We keep overturning things. That's when you most need people going, all right, We need to kind of get together and figure out what's going on here. And so you get this convergence of folks drawing new lines and reestablishing and this has happened time and time again. Like, think of early Christianity. Like, there were a lot of different, say, traditions, starting with the oral tradition, then the books, and that's why you get what the Council of Nicaea.
That's right.
So, are we going to get some sort of version of that on, say? I find it interesting, like all the schisms that have happened in Christianity over the years. I would love to see more and more people coming back into the fold under a more generalized banner. I think it is happening.
I think it is too. I think that, the Catholic Church and the Protestant Church, I think you've seen a resurgence in faith in a lot of ways. And I think that only brings us closer together. And even the Orthodox, we forget about the Orthodox all the time. I got news for you. Most of Europe over there, that's all Orthodox over towards Turkey and Constantinople in the old days. So, yeah.
Well, we got to hit this break. First, this part of the program, in fact, the entire hour brought to you by Alabama Home Mortgage. And there at Alabama Home Mortgage, Kim Williams and Madeline Cannon are ready to help you out whether you're looking to buy a home. All starts with pre-approval. And maybe you're not really like, I have to get a home in the next month or two. You're more thinking about it. You're like, it's an option for me. Well, go ahead and actually put some teeth into that option, if that makes any sense. Like, get pre-approved, understand how much home you can afford so you can go shop in a informed manner, in a wise way. And of course, if you are looking to get credit card debt off your back, maybe you took out a second mortgage with an adjustable rate and that's killing you. Maybe you're in retirement or close to it and you're realizing, monthly overhead's chewing into my savings.
Suddenly it's not as lasting as long as you thought it was going to be.
So if you have equity built up in your home, they can get down those monthly overhead costs, give you some breathing room and peace of mind, or whatever your goals might be. Maybe you want to be a Bitcoin maxi and just like,
here's your chance.
I'll finance a house now and get to lose up some money. Or you want to do that big family vacation like you always wanted.
That's what you do.
Or reinvest in your property, your kids, yourself. Whatever your goals, they can help you there at Alabama Home Mortgage. Call them up today at 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or you can always apply online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. There is a difference in mortgage companies. Let Kim and Madeline prove that to you today. MLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Hi, I'm Jane Ray, account executive with Blue Water Broadcasting. Why should you advertise with us? Radio is an active medium. It can create immediacy, driving shoppers to a specific store, brand, or to take a specific action. Radio ads engage with the audience in a personal and unique way. Contact me, Jane Ray, by going to bluewaterbroadcasting.com to find out more. Blue Water Broadcasting, local folks helping local business.
How would you like to get a half-price pizza in August at Pizza Perfect? Buy any large pizza and get a single-topping large pizza at half price. Pizza Perfect's buffet includes pizza, as well as spaghetti, breadsticks, salad, dessert, and drink for only $13. The buffet is available Monday through Saturday for lunch and for dinner on Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Pizza Perfect is also available for pickup and delivery. Get a one-topping large pizza for half price with the purchase of any large pizza at Pizza Perfect on Coliseum Boulevard in Eastbrook.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
News and talk without the static. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go right to the phones and talk to Michael Cohen with Cohen's Electronics and Appliances. Hey, Michael, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are y'all?
Oh, we're doing all right. Now, you got you expecting some shoppers coming in for this Labor Day weekend as college football kicks off?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'm sure we'll have a lot of TV people here, and then everybody's getting the jump because, a lot of the Labor Day deals have already broken.
Mm-hmm.
You can take advantage of those today.
Oh, today? The Labor Day sales are already going on.
Yeah. So,
What kind of the things maybe folks could look into there?
they've got some washers and dryers. They've got some refrigerators. We've got some deals on televisions. Some that aren't really the Labor Day deal, but I've got some Samsung QLEDs that you can get, like a 75-inch for $9.99. You can get a 85-inch for $10.99. I've only got one or two of each of those in stock. So there's a lot of deals to be had.
Folks, and you got to get by there. I mean, you can always shop from home, peruse the site at thinkcones.com, but getting by there is when you actually get to see, oh, wait, that 75-inch Samsung QLED is only about $9.99. By the way, I've got the 85-inch version of that.
Yeah.
It is a great deal at that price, an amazing deal for a 75-incher. And it's when you see this stuff in person there at Cohen's that you're going to fall in love with it. That location's 2515 Eastern Boulevard here in Montgomery. They're open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 4 on Saturdays. You going to be open Monday?
Yes, sir. 9 to 5.
9 to 5 on Monday. And so, folks, y'all get by there and be sure to find Michael and be like, hey, I heard you on the radio with Joey, Eddie, and Troy.
That's right. That's right. It's always a special day when there's an Eddie involved.
Oh, thank you, Mike.
Oh, that's so nice. So nice. So nice. I feel bad for Mike. We sometimes dump like a really bad topic before he comes on, like the WNBA with the sex stories. Right. Poor Mike's like, hey, what's up?
It gets the people listening.
And just so y'all know, Joey likes the green one.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah, I put a bet on it, but like
put money on that one.
Right. Not like I collect in Alabama. I don't know why I was doing it.
Seeing that on 75 inch is really an experience.
Yeah, you can really get into some forensic analysis. Like, what's the trajectory of that bounce? Where was it thrown? Right.
They look like they have quite a bit of bounce.
They do. They do. Better than the ball.
More bounce to the ounce, as that band once said.
That's right.
That's right. So anyway, yeah, y'all have a happy and safe weekend. But come see us and bring us your questions and bring us some pictures of whatever you're trying to upgrade and ask us some questions. Let us ask you some questions. Let us help you make the right choice. And remember, we're going to have the same prices as all the big box stores, except on like these Samsung televisions that, we're actually going to be less.
There you go.
So,
beautiful.
Y'all come see us and let us help you make the right choice.
Well, appreciate it as always, Michael. Have a great weekend.
All right. Y'all take care.
Bye.
272-9228. Do y'all have any big plans?
Yeah, taking the kids down to.
Oh, yeah, you are going on a big trip.
Yeah, taking the kids down to the beach.
My plan is to do nothing.
I'm going to go up to my brother's got a big sea ray up on
nice
up there at Qualaja area, and we're going to go up there. My mom's coming up from Florida, and I was going to go on Saturday, but Texas Ohio State's playing, so in case we lose and my brother's in a bad mood and I'm in a bad mood, I'm going to wait till Sunday to go. Got to go Sunday.
This time of year, you got to plan things around football for many, many reasons.
That's right, brother. Yep. And shame on the people that do a wedding on a weekend that there's a football game. There's not your friends. Those are not your friends.
Let me go ahead and tell you, shame on the man
that
for accepting that allows that, because that's letting you know how that relationship is going to go for the next 5 years until they get divorced.
So when Robin and I got married in 2020,
you cynic.
It was Halloween, which is football season.
Yeah.
But we pick a weekend.
Pick a good weekend.
What we did is it was the blue moon. Do you remember there was a blue moon 5 years ago? Once in every 75 years. So we did a once in a blue moon wedding. But what we did is we picked the weekend, and it corresponded. No, Alabama had a bye, Auburn had a bye,
right.
Ohio State had a bye.
That's how you do it.
We're
That's
in
how you
business.
do it.
We're in business. Yep.
Real quick, saw this at 1819news.com this morning. Moody's, a credit rating agency, Moody's, withdrew its bond rating for Montgomery County last month due to a missing 2023 audit. What?
Wow.
The rating or lack thereof can affect the favorability of terms by which
Sure.
a government can borrow. A strong rating, of course, allows taxpayers to save money under more favorable borrowing terms, while a low bond rating or no rating at all has the opposite effect. Moody's Ratings has withdrawn Montgomery County, Alabama's issuer, GOLT, and lease ratings due to lack of sufficient information.
Man.
And so Cody Clark, a spokesman for the Montgomery County Commission, told 1819 News, the Montgomery County Commission acknowledges Moody's recent decision to remove its bond rating, a direct consequence of the delayed start and completion of the county's 2023 audit. We understand the significance of this action and the concerns it may raise among our constituents, investors, and stakeholders. You think?
Yeah.
We want to assure the public that the absence of the 2023 audit does not indicate any financial impropriety or instability within Montgomery County. The audit process has faced challenges leading to a backlog. Specifically, the audit for the fiscal year ending September 30th, 2022 was started in August of 2023, and the final report was not issued until late March of 24. The audit for the fiscal year ending in September of 2023 was not initiated until February 2025, and then delayed until April 2025 due to the auditor's commitments to complete the audit of another municipality. The audit field work is still actively in process.
So that guy said it's not our fault that we dropped the ball.
We take our fiscal responsibilities with the utmost seriousness and are fully committed to transparency and accountability.
No, they don't.
That's unsatisfactory.
That's as
That is
lying.
unsatisfactory.
You know what it is?
Crazy.
There's no financial meaning, no financial advantage for them to get it in, and it's only screwing us when they don't. There's what happened to them? Nothing. They still tell you we're doing a good job. Don't look over here. We're still doing a good job.
Well, what they say, upon the successful completion and submission of the 23 audit, we intend to re-engage with Moody's and other agencies, demonstrate our adherence to financial best practices, and to seek reinstatement of our bond rating.
That's disgusting.
That's criminal. It's actually criminal. It's criminal. It's criminal.
Well, and can't you get another audit agency? They're so backlogged.
Brother-in-law needs a job, Joey. Brother-in-law needs a job.
Maybe so. Then get on it.
Tell you, dude.
I would expect nothing less than this.
That's crazy, right?
It is crazy. But here's the thing: the three of us, we're the only ones talking about it. The ones that are guilty of negligence,
I agree.
They don't give a crap. They're sipping a beer and having a cigar
There's
now.
no repercussions.
There's
no
none.
repercussions.
And as long as you have that, they will never get anything done. Well, I'm sorry, but we're all human. Unless I've got a something that's going to happen to me if I don't do something, chances are I'm not going to do it.
It's called incentivization.
Yes.
It's called incentivization.
And to give you the rough number, Moody's spokesperson for Moody's said the county has roughly $188 million in outstanding debt.
We ought to get a water park. Better yet, we ought to get a Ferris wheel for this weekend.
Yeah.
And do it like for 3 days. Don't charge nobody.
No. We need like a real water park.
A real water park?
Like with a lazy river.
I would actually do that.
Right. And also like those like courses, like it's an obstacle course.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
But with like water guns built in at different positions.
that would
Like
be
they
really
come up
cool.
out of the ground and they're pretty high pressure.
Honestly, do you think they would let me put in water guns? I've seen some water parks where you can. Like on the lazy river, they got the water guns. This would be awesome. This would bring such a new
And just
dynamic to
shoot
the water
some
park.
stupid fat kid in the face.
Or not that, just some nerd.
Right.
And who cares about the ambulance service in the county?
And
Well, it'll get
You
better.
know what? We're just going to deal with this. Yeah.
Wait, was that you or the nerd?
That was me. That was me.
God.
He liked the idea of shooting a fat kid in the face.
I love that. Not just anybody.
Drop
Just
that
some-
cookie, kid.
Some Karen yelling at her kid. You can just squirt around.
Drop that cookie, kid.
Oh, God. Final hour coming up.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm John Scott. Israel starting an expanded offensive in Gaza City. A military official says Israel intends to continue helping aid reach Gaza City during this offensive. Jim O'Neill, a deputy to Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., will serve as acting director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The administration wants O'Neill to replace Susan Monterez, who is fighting her removal just a month after starting the job. The U.S. Education Department says Denver public schools violated Title IX protections against sex-based discrimination in education by creating all-gender bathrooms and allowing students to use bathrooms corresponding with their gender identity. It marks a sharp departure from the department's investigations under former President Joe Biden. This is SRN News.
Gain a global perspective and specialized skills that many of today's top employers are seeking with an MBA from University of Maryland Global Campus. Study online and complete your degree in just 16 months for about $21K. Choose from MBA specializations in global business, marketing, HR, finance, and more. No application fee if you apply by September 3rd. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Everybody is keeping an eye on the Fed and how an interest rate cut might affect gold prices. Gold has been hovering at around $3,400 an ounce for the last 2 months and is poised for dramatic growth with the next interest rate cut. If you have a qualified IRA or 401k, you could receive up to $10,000 in free gold and silver when you open your retirement account with Advantage Gold. Call 800-900-8000 now or visit AdvantageGold.com and get your free gold IRA guide. Consult with your financial and tax professionals before making investment decisions. Call 800-900-8000.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by McPhillips Schimbaum.
My name is Aaron Luck, a partner with the law firm of McPhillips Schimbaum. If you or someone in your family has been seriously injured by the negligence of someone else, call me directly.
262-1911. Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We've got a changing weather pattern as a series of disturbances approaches. Today, clouds will dominate, wet at times, scattered showers and thunderstorms. High temperature held down by the clouds and showers to around 80. Tonight's low 67. Then on Saturday and Sunday, spotty random, mostly afternoon and evening storms with a high in the middle 80s. Then for Labor Day Monday, a sun and cloud mix, widely scattered storms, high 87. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
1819 News.
U.S. Congressman Dale Strong is praising a group of Republican women in Madison for their hard work to elect conservative Republicans to the courthouse, the state house, and the White House. Strong acknowledged that things are different when Republicans are in charge and providing leadership throughout the nation. He praised the many efforts that are being done by the Trump administration, from securing the border to passing the big beautiful bill to bringing the U.S. Space Command to Huntsville as originally planned. The meeting with Strong had a bit of a problem develop at the onset. A group from Indivisible was seeking to disrupt the event in the same way that was done earlier this week at a town hall meeting in Daphne held by U.S. Congressman Barry Moore. However, the leader of the Madison Republican Women, Sheila Bannister, made a last-minute decision to only allow those into the meeting place who had received an email confirmation for their attendance. Bannister maintains that the first mission of the group is to be educated and to have an open dialogue with the congressman. The group of Democrats left outside were not happy at all about this decision. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Are you enjoying 1819 News? If so, consider joining 1819 News as a member. As a nonprofit news organization, we depend on the support of Alabamians like you. Memberships start out as little as $5 a month, and you'll get access to exclusive content only offered to our members. You'll be supporting independent journalism done by people who cherish Alabama values. Become a member today by visiting 1819news.com and clicking Become a Member. That's 1819news.com and click Become a Member today.
The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission is recalling 780,000 Ryobi-branded electric pressure washers due to an overheating flaw that can cause the capacitor to burst and eject from the unit. 41 explosions and 32 injuries have been reported regarding this particular pressure washer. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
This is David Ernest from the Health and Wealth Show. We like to cut up and have fun, maybe poke a little fun at some politicians, but we don't take ourselves too seriously. One thing we do take seriously is your personal finances and your plans for retirement. You can tell by listening, we're a little different. Yeah, we like to have a good time on the radio, but we're dead serious about your financial future and helping you achieve your goals. At Ernest Financial, we're committed to giving you the attention you need. We don't treat you like a number. You're way more important to us. At Ernest Financial, it's about helping you today and preparing you for tomorrow. People call us who are on the verge of retirement, and they know they need a plan for the future. No matter where you are in life, Ernest Financial will help guide your every step towards retirement. Give us a call and let us show you what our individual customer attention can do for your future.
Concerned about your retirement? Call David Ernest toll-free at 833-596-7233.
That's 833-596-SAFE.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Welcome back. Final hour of the program here. Let's go right to the phones and talk to Sam. He's been very patient. Hey, Sam, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for taking my call, fellas.
Hey, Sam.
I'm standing here in the kitchen over in the south side of town. I'm letting the steak rest right now.
Nice.
Yeah, man, it's that kind of day. Now, it was a nice ribeye, and I have overcooked it, of course, and trying to sear it, but that's all right. I'm going to love it. I wanted to ask you if you were familiar with City, Joey. Have you heard of? Hold on, this is the Turkish name. It's in Turkey. C-A-T. Ketalhoik. It's an ancient city. They estimate between 4,500, 5,000. No, it's been there. It's very old.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you look at it, and they where the Turks excavated it, cleaned it up, and they did a reconstruction of one of the walls inside the homes. There are these homes that were connected, and the only entrances to the homes are up on the rooftops. And there wasn't nobody. But the paintings on the walls, what I'm getting to, the ancient paintings, because they show their hunt. They have their beautiful white walls with the red, and you see different individuals, and you can read into it what you want. But you can see humans and animals, and they're doing their hunt. But there's also these groups of individuals. There's something running around out there with tails, long tails, and they're hunting too. So I'm just you can see several of them here armed, and but you know what I'm saying. They got a thing. It shows them running around with it looks like a club or a stick or a spear. So, but it had these long, prehensive looking tails, and that's just what for some reason that really hung with me. From what were they looking at?
Was that like humanoid with tails?
Sir.
Okay. Well,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is like I said. This is no problem. This will come right up if you Google cat house, Turkey cat house. That ought to no. It's CATALHOUHOYUK.
I think
I wrote it down. Yeah. But it's just there's little clues out there. So don't tell them what has roamed this earth in antiquity, and it just didn't. It didn't.
Especially stuff that's now under the ocean.
Yeah, that's
right.
Yeah,
we just don't know.
You gotta wonder.
Yeah. Guys, y'all been having a great show, and I've been wanting to comment on different things. And that's the only thing I can remember. But
that's important. I'll look at it. I'll look at it.
I'll be doggone. All right, thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Have a good weekend. A good holiday. Yeah.
Now, somebody who was maybe here yesterday on good authority says that like one of the worst people in the United States Senate is Sherrod Brown from Ohio.
Yeah. He's a turd.
Apparently, he's no fun even behind the scenes.
Yeah, really. What's he gonna do?
And here's from Emerson Polling. Senator Husted starts matchup with 6-point lead over Sherrod Brown. So that is very
That's
good
a big
news.
deal. That's a big deal. Yeah.
But this new Emerson College polling survey, the 2026 Ohio Senate race finds incumbent Republican John Husted leading former Democratic Senator Sherrod Brown 50% to 44%, with 7% undecided. But also, it might look it's looking very good for the guy I liked in the presidential race, Vivek Ramaswamy.
Yes.
In a hypothetical gubernatorial election between declared candidates, Republican Vivek Ramaswamy leads by 10 points, leads over the Democrat Amy Acton 49 to 39 with 12% undecided.
He'll be governor. He's going to be governor of Ohio.
In a matchup with Democrat Tim Ryan, Ramaswamy leads 49 to 41% with 10% undecided. And I think that's the right move for Vivek. Get some executive leadership experience in government.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
And I am a little disappointed, like the highs of the campaign where you had this whole like team of people, whether it's Elon and Vivek and so many others that you're putting together, and then it's all like jumping ship like within the first month or two.
Yeah, well,
It's
I
like,
guess
oh well,
served its purpose, I suppose. Right.
Yeah, that tends to be the direction of things. You can't have it all. You can't have it all, folks. Also, going back to 1819news.com, see Barry Moore he had this town hall event. He's, of course, running for Senate. Number one, though, let me pull this up on the screen so y'all can see it. Or actually, I can just flip what do y'all think of Barry's new haircut?
It looks pretty good.
Reminds me of somebody from California.
Hair club for men.
You don't like it?
I like it.
I don't have my glasses on, but it reminds me
of
it. Governor in
I think
California.
it looks.
But he held a town hall meeting Wednesday night where he was accosted by a small but vocal crowd of malcontents bent on. I love this write-up. Who wrote this? Daniel Taylor. Good job, Daniel. Accosted by a small but vocal crowd of malcontents bent on derailing the evening with continuous shouting and booing due to his support for President Trump's agenda. The meeting was held in Daphne, a reliable red area in Baldwin County that voted overwhelmingly for Trump in the last 3 elections. Indivisible Baldwin County, a chapter of the far-left Soros-backed national group Indivisible, encouraged its members to attend the meeting and afterward thank them for their efforts. Tabitha Eisner, vice chair of the Alabama Democratic Party, also praised the team for doing, quote-unquote, a good job. Good job, team.
Here's your paycheck.
Eisner put out on social media. Still, leftists and corporate media have tried to spin Wednesday's town hall reaction as proof of a growing displeasure with Moore and Trump by extension. AL.com, an outlet owned by Alabama Media Group, a subsidiary of New York billionaires Donald and Samuel Newhouse's Advanced Publications, emphasized that Moore left through the back door of the event venue, which is actually a common practice of U.S. lawmakers and other prominent speakers. Yeah, like seriously, if you got a huge crowd, like don't go through the front door, right? I can't remember the last time I've gone to a big event where the speaker goes through the front door.
On that movie, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? That one fellow went right out the front door. He was the governor.
I have it on good authority. I saw these boys desecrate a fire across last night.
Yeah.
Is you not my constituency? Right. Yeah.
He went right out the front door.
We're not.
On a rail.
We're not. But the protesters' antics even caught the attention of a new host. What is it? Ben Misalis?
Don't you get that name wrong.
Host of the Midas Touch, a podcast growing in popularity among leftists and Democrats. That right there was in deep red Alabama. That was a MAGA Republican Congress member by the name of Barry Moore, who's also running for Senate in Alabama, this podcast host said. And the people were letting him know that what they think about him for ripping away their health care, destroying their jobs, destroying their state, destroying their country.
Those people are paid.
Yeah.
They're mercenaries.
Mm-hmm. Moore sent the following statement out about the town hall. My constituents asked me to do town halls, so I did 4 across my district while Congress was out of session. We showed up, listened, and answered questions directly. Alabamians deserve leaders who are willing to have tough conversations. I always answer to the folks I serve. That's what accountability looks like. I think it's going to be a neck-and-neck race between Marshall and Moore. Yeah.
I think so.
I really do. Because I having to do some research for some homework I had.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching a lot of Steve Marshall. The guy's in a setting, especially he's very comfortable, very easy to listen to.
Sure.
And he's got a heck of a story to tell about what he's done in the AG's office. So I think that is to his credit, but Barry Moore's got a heck of a story to tell as well.
And I think that Trump's endorsement probably will decide that.
And don't get me wrong, I like Jared Hudson. I just don't think he has the name ID.
He doesn't.
Right now at all.
Not on those two anyway.
I think it's Moore's to lose, to be honest, but that's just my thoughts. I think Trump, there's a lot of, some people say no, that Trump's not going to endorse either. I don't believe that. I think Trump always endorses who he wants. So we'll see.
Yeah, but he's been burned in the state a few times now, man.
Well, you know what? That's what part of our problem is they know what I have it on good authority from high-ranking military people that we've talked about offline, Jerry, that said the president knows what's going on down in Alabama and he's ready for change. So,
well, and keep in mind, like one of Trump's top advisors, Stephen Miller, was a longtime confidant and advisor to Jeff Sessions.
Yep.
And so, yeah, there are many other Alabama connections than just that. where I think, Alabama is prominent. It's why he did that huge commencement speech at the University of Alabama. I think that was a very unique event for having a president do
Without
that.
a doubt.
So we punch above our weight in
We do.
certain ways.
We do.
Yeah, and it is a weird mentality. Like you're not from here, so but like here's what I mean. And Eddie, you spent a lot of time out of the state. Like, what is the meme about Alabama? What's kind of the sense of Alabama?
Oh, a bunch of racist rednecks.
Now, when I came here, the first thing that impressed me was what I believe to be a solid red Christian dominant coalition of people. Then when I got with the Admiral, we started getting into politics, Eddie, I realized going to Goat Hill, there's not really much of a difference between that Democrat and that Republican. They're all jockeying for position. And the thing is, when you turn on the veterans like they did, and there's going to be repercussions, mark my words, in 2026. And all you out there listening that did, you know who you are, and we know who you are. And the thing is this, guys, things are not the way things appear on the surface is not what's really going on. And that's what troubled me. And I quite could never marry that, Joey. How could it be that I see it as this and the world sees it as this, but it's a different world inside? So I don't know.
Let's go to line one. You're on there. Who's this?
Yes, Papa B.
Hey, Papa B.
How you doing?
Hey, guys. Yeah, well, there's a good reason why everybody around the world thinks one thing, and the reality is different. And that's because it's been pounded into people's heads, through the use of a very powerful media, that this was their picture of Alabama, and the real picture is complicated.
Yes,
much more complex than people would ordinarily realize. But look, raise your hand if you're happy that the George Soros and his son are coming under scrutiny. It's me. I am very happy for that. And I think that it's high time. I mean, I've been saying for at least 20 years, maybe more like 30, that, anybody that would fund, riots, maybe we ought to look into them. And I'm specifically talking about Soros and his group. I've been saying we need to turn them upside down and shake them until their money comes out for a very, very long time.
Their acts were seditious.
In Alabama too.
Yeah, they were seditious. Those acts were seditious, and that is, in my opinion, it should be branded a terrorist group, shut down, and everything should be taken over. That's the truth. You don't do what they did. Gasoline, bricks, staging areas. No, that's an attack on American infrastructure.
Yes, it is. I mean, Missouri was right there among the first to start feeling it, and they were right in the middle of it. And I will tell you right now, you can trace a lot of that organization right back down to the middle of Montgomery, Alabama, in that little old Walsh Nest. They got
that's
it's called the
PLC.
SPLC.
There you go.
And I can't wait. I cannot wait for somebody to get down into the catacombs of that place and start turning it upside down. Because there are some nasty, nasty things that are going on down there. Soros is right in the middle of it, and it needs to not only be exposed, but just taken down altogether. Anyway.
Cool.
All right, guys. Well, listen, I hope y'all have a great weekend. I know I am, Eddie. I'm going to be out on the lake whenever I can.
It's going to be a beautiful weekend, buddy.
If we're going to have some sunny weather. But anyway.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a
all
beautiful
right, War
weekend.
Eagle.
War Eagle,
baby.
All right, bye.
Let's go to line two. You're on there. Who's this?
Hello, fellas.
Hey, Randall, what's up, buddy?
Not much, man. I got two questions, and if Joey don't dump me,
No.
Troy, this is for you.
Yes, sir.
And I know what God told Abraham about circumcision, but what I want to say is God is perfect, and you know He is.
Yep.
Why would He tell a human to cut this up, mutilate his body that he built in his
That's a good question. That's a good question. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to defer to the fact that it happened in the Old Testament, number one, and that was a God of wrath, a God of anger, a God of war. And then He redeemed our ourselves as humanity by sending Christ. So that's my elementary answer to it, is that was a different time, a different God. And today, thank goodness, we don't have to worry about that. But yeah, it's a tough question.
Well, and it's like I'll put it this way, and this might be a little more anthropological of an answer. It's a heck of a buy-in. Like, you want to be part of the team?
You got to go.
Yeah, like
it's like the mafia, right?
There's that very heretical but hilarious movie, Year One, where it starts off with their little cavemen. It's like Jack Black and Michael Cera, whatever.
Okay.
And they get to where it's Abraham, and he's like, y'all want to be part of the club? Okay, we're gonna do the circumcision here in an hour. Afterwards, we'll be having sponge cake and wine. I'll be right back to cut your penises. You're right.
And the other question is, about the moon landing. Not saying if it was fake or if it wasn't, because I know how you feel. But why if you see all the space command centers that come back down, why ain't there no steam around them? Like when it hit the ocean, they should be like super hot because they're coming through the atmosphere and they got all them heat shields and everything else. But you don't see no steam when they hit the ocean.
I saw one recently. I saw one with SpaceX. That one capsule came back. There was a lot of steam coming off of it.
Sure enough.
Go back and check. It was the one that landed
go
here.
check out the Starship splashdown.
Definitely had steam coming off of it. Yeah.
I had to check that out. I know none of the old ones did.
No, you're right. I can't recall that part, but I do know that look, man, even if they didn't go to the moon, brother, they did come back through the atmosphere if they were circling it. So yeah, you're right. It should be hot. So we'll have to look at that a little closer.
Yes. All right, fellas.
Hey, wait. Did you see how I slowed down the other day when I was reading? Did you? It's all because of you. You're my mentor on that. Okay.
Let it breathe.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you.
Have a great holiday, man. Yeah, bye.
Let it breathe, baby. Let it breathe.
What are you doing?
That could work in so many contexts. Oh, let it air out.
Let it air out. That was bad.
This is part of the program brought to you by Pest Pro Services. And they're at Pest Pro. They're ready to help you get that basic pest control protection. If you don't have that, if you're kind of doing fly by night, like, I'll just call random when I see an issue. Why?
Waiting for trouble.
You really are setting yourself up for a big, costly trouble. So why not get on a basic pest control plan with Pest Pro Services? Incredibly reasonable. They do a monthly subscription now, so you can budget for that cost. And I am willing to bet most of y'all have like digital streaming services that cost a lot more than this pest control service that you're paying every month. So why not get this as part of your regular maintenance on your home? And also give you peace of mind. You don't want cockroaches bothering you in the middle of the night. You want ants all over the kitchen.
Nope.
And God forbid you go outside and there's a huge wasp nest or the subterranean yellow jackets.
I had a flamethrower. I used a flamethrower on the other day.
They
probably wouldn't recommend that at the Pest Pro Services, but I did. Yeah.
And then, of course, they can get you mosquito protection.
Yeah.
Termite protection. They can do it all there at Pest Pro. So y'all check them out today. You can always go to ppsriverregion.com to learn more, or just search Pest Pro Services on the Book of Faces, or just call them direct, 265-9990. That's 265-9990. When you want to know, call a pro. Pest Pro Services, and be sure to tell Ashley and that great team that Joey, that fella on the radio, sent you. So, he's on a phone call right now.
I see that. It's important.
He's getting some business done over there.
Buy.
But Eddie Bader, has been trying to really get me studied up on the art of like dating and flirting and whatnot. You know what I mean?
I don't know if I would.
You don't think he's my yogi?
It's not that. It's more like a Yoda.
Yeah,
he looks like a Yoda more to me.
I mean, Yoda's he's a good teacher.
He is. Okay,
he's a good instructor.
Right. I'm not that I'm better, but I don't know. Be careful the advice you get.
But like on X, this is just a random click. I just found it scrolling through as we're in the middle of the show. It's Friday, whatever.
Sure.
And how they give it's health tips. It's all sorts of like 5 things you didn't know about Alabama history. And and you go down the list in the thread and stuff. Well, this one reads, women decide if they want you in 30 seconds.
Wow. That's awful quick.
I'm just waiting on him.
I am too.
Because we were just talking about you.
I had a phone call.
I know. We were talking about that.
What about?
But you've been encouraging me to up my dating game and like my game, my skills.
For 7 years, I've been encouraging.
Right. So I just found a thread on X.
Oh.
Like all these advice threads out there. And this one says women decide if they want you in 30 seconds.
Or less.
Most guys kill it with, how was your day? She doesn't want polite interview questions. She wants playful tension. 3 simple tweaks to turn small talk into flirting. So I'm looking at you two gentlemen, and I want you to tell me the veracity of these suggestions.
Okay.
These tips. Most dating advice tells you to be confident. This is, by the way, from a guy named Jack Peach.
What a peach. Real peach.
What a stupid name. But that's useless. You need to know what sparks attraction. These 3 small tweaks helped Cody meet his fiance, David get 10 dates in 7 weeks, Andrew go from 6 years single to married. I don't know who Cody, David, and Andrew are, but apparently
one of them drew the short straw.
So number 1, fix your vibe first. Ah, damn. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Flat face and monotone voice equals instant friend zone. She's reading your energy, not your words. You want animated facial expressions, burst of emotion in your voice.
You don't want to scare them off, though.
Right. Match your volume to your enthusiasm. Why this works? Energy is contagious.
Yeah, but you can also look like a try too hard, and you don't want that.
Yes. If you're bored talking to her, she'll be bored talking to you. I mean, so far, number 1.
Talk to her friend.
Is it a little over the top? Because, like, if I try to go just talk to a random person like I'm in the middle of a radio show, I feel like that's obnoxious.
Here's what. Listen, it just God brought this and put it in my head for you. This is my image of you. You're like you're a modern beatnik. You're like, you walk up, you do this, you go, hey sis, this place is square. Let's get out of here. Let's crash this popsicle stand. Crash this popsicle stand and go have a kicking time somewhere. That's what you do. And she'll be like, I like this guy. I like this guy.
Let's go to the new Taco Bell Y2K menu.
That's right, yeah.
You want a chili cheese burrito,
Cracker
baby?
Barrel? I'm not going to that racist place.
So, I mean, I think actually this is generally true. I've given people this advice about radio. Doing radio, it's not necessarily what you say. It is a certain energy. Yeah. Right. Number 2, second tip here from Jack Peach on how to flirt with women. Playfully disagree. Most guys agree with everything she says. That creates zero tension. Instead, say, wait, you're a Lakers fan? This might not work out. Playful disagreements create banter. Key is to mix positive and negative emotions.
Laugh and smile.
Too much positive equals nice guy. Too much negative equals jerk. Playful disagreement hits the sweet spot.
It does. Challenge them. That's it, man.
So this guy, Mr. Peach, is on to something?
Right now he is. Yeah.
He is I'm looking him up for his bona fides. He's a dating coach. He's on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, and he has cultural insights to your dating too. So
what's the worst thing you can tell your daughter not to do? Don't date that boy.
Oh,
What's she gonna
whatever
do?
it is, you'll go opposite of.
Right. So keep that in mind when you're dealing with ladies, fellas.
Oh boy. I don't think I trust
She
this
likes
guy
to be
for
a
any
little bit
advice.
challenged.
He goes, number 3 advice is use cute plus tease. Struggling to flirt? Start here. Okay. I'm going to try to see.
Okay, here we go.
Get back here.
Here's the first line he suggests for flirting. You're cute, but you definitely steal the covers.
No,
I wouldn't say that either. You're cute, but I can tell you hate losing at mini golf.
No,
these are terrible. This is terrible advice, dude. Really... And wait till you see a picture of him. He's not who you're going to want to emulate.
That's what I kind of figured.
Slow down when you say it, too. He says fast speech equals nervous energy. Slow speech equals confident delivery. She needs to feel your attraction to her for this to land. This is why pickup lines fail. They're fake attraction. Bottom line, most dating advice focuses on what to say. I focus on how she feels when you're saying it. Emotion beats logic every time. He goes, are you seeing a picture of Mr. Peach?
Here's for your listeners out there.
Oh my God!
This dude's scoring. Yeah, he's scoring like he's a.
I'll tell you this:
clubbing baby fur seals in the Arctic.
If we went out with this guy and he picked the woman up, I would believe it. I would believe him.
Listen,
looking at him, no.
Here's his mission statement, Joey. My name is Jack Peach. My mission to save the West and help in dating. How'd this guy get published?
I mean, it's actually anybody can publish.
Man,
this is true.
Well, he's got. I mean, you challenge him not to be funny or nothing, but you challenge a girl. That's what you do. You give them a little bit of a challenge.
Goodness.
A challenge, huh?
Yeah.
Right.
You do.
I think he may not be on our team, me too.
What gave you that idea? The Key West butt tickler mustache he had?
Perhaps. Yeah, the pencil thin.
Is that what they do in Key West?
It's a conch republic. It's a conch republic. Yeah.
I don't know, because being the demographic, single, almost 37-year-old guy, like the stuff, like the tip threads that I get thrown into my timeline.
They're like, he needs help.
Like, and they're definitely ones on like dieting and lifting bra and like all this stuff. And I'm like, I look at these and I go, whatever. It seems like a lot of work. Seems like a lot of work.
I don't see how guys in general and women struggle. I don't just go out and
Joey. Eddie, how did you and your wife meet?
I had a frozen drink party at my house.
He was the icy man.
So you had a frozen drink party, and she was a guest of a friend,
guest of a guest. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Remember the first thing you said to her?
Let's crash this popsicle stand.
Does she remember the first thing you said to her?
No, I think a friend of mine, Jeff, was trying to pick her up, and I remember we laughed at Jeff because we knew immediately it was, she was way out of his. Yeah. I kind of remember that part. That's
nice.
That's cool.
I was actually trying to go for somebody else.
So you settled. So you settled then on,
I didn't
on your
settle.
wife.
I actually stepped up because luckily the person that I did try to shoot for right now is not doing so
She's
well.
crazy.
In life, so
Crazy.
we
were a bit talking about crazy.
Yeah.
So how did it begin with you and your lady? Do you remember?
Yeah, I do, as a matter of fact. And can I tell this story?
Please.
Because it's providence. And
Yeah,
what I'm about
sure.
to tell you is true.
Okay.
And my friends know it's true. I came here in 2015, December. I was going through a bad divorce up in DC. Came down here. I got hired by UPS International Heavy Freight as a terminal manager trainee. My brother is the terminal manager for Dothan at the time. So I come down here. I don't know a soul, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And the second day I'm here, I go to find a gym, and I went to the Anytime Fitness on Atlanta Highway, and I walked in. I had an Ohio State hat on, and there's a guy working a guy out, a trainer in there, and he's actually the manager. And he goes, "Hey," I said, "I'm wanting to join the gym." He goes, "Well, let's get you a pass, check everything out." And come to find out, his name was Frank. And he goes, "Are you from Ohio?" I said, "I am from Ohio." I said, "But I haven't lived there in a while." He goes, "What part?" I said, "Dayton." He goes, "That's where my wife's from. You need to meet my wife." He'd say this every time I'd come in for 3 months. Then I noticed him missing. I ask around. He's very sick, I find out.
Oh.
And he passes away. He had a very rare esophageal cancer. And I had met Robin one time in passing because he's always go over there and talk to her. That's so she's from Dayton. I said, there's only 1 million people live in Dayton.
Right.
What's odds? Nothing happens. So I go to the funeral. I meet her family. I'm talking with her family, and I'm like, they're talking about where they farmed out. I go, man, that's really close.
You knew where it was?
That's really, no, it's really close to where I'm at, but what's odds? So I watch her every day through the window, and she's got 2 clubs. She's got the women's club on Chantilly. She's got Anytime Fitness, and she's doing the books. And it looked like the weight of the world was on her. Okay. And I just went in one day and I said, listen, this is not a date. I don't know how to date. I have season tickets to the Biscuits through UPS. Would you like to come to a ball game? And she'll tell you if she was sitting here, she said, I told myself, if I don't do this now, I'll never do it.
Yeah.
And so we went out and we talked. We get a hot dog and beer. We're behind home plate. She goes, so where exactly did you grow up in Dayton? I said, a small country road out towards the Indiana border called Little Richmond Road. She goes, I lived on Little Richmond Road. There was one school district, 3.9 miles that separated us.
Really?
This is true. I've been around the world, guys. A million places to come here and meet someone who went to one of my rival high schools divided. And there's maybe 12 houses between here and that 4 miles. It's farmland. What's the odds of
right?
So God, that's why I told you the other day, Joey, providence is always in effect.
Yep.
His timing is perfect, and that timing will find everybody. And you just got to be ready. So there you go.
I appreciate
True story. That's a hallmark. You know, I have a friend that says, if you would have just said, if we grew up in the same area, you don't have to say the same road. That's like a Hallmark channel.
But that makes it more magical.
But I noticed, true story, fellas.
I noticed this about your story. You left the house.
What are you talking about?
Maybe you should leave the house.
I left the house. I hung out with Troy last Friday night.
He means
I left the house. I had dinner with Josh Ryder last night.
Okay, so that's 2 in 7 days.
Yeah.
All right, let's try to.
I left the house. I get breakfast with my grandfather every Saturday morning.
All right, so 3 days a week we're on the road.
Yeah.
Like you, I am trying to expand his horizons.
That's all I'm trying to do.
Well, I know you are. You care about it. So
yeah, but I'm also like I'm in save money mode.
You know the truth.
I'm in like.
Okay, let me go ahead and tell you this. To be very honest with you, I've never been able to talk to a woman and go, I'm in saving money mode
That's
right
what I
now.
mean.
And she goes, you know what? That's hot.
That's
hot.
That's what I mean.
I'll pay for dinner.
No, right now I'm not interested.
So let's cut to the chase. He punches above his weight in this business. Nashville. He needs to be like in Nashville. I hate saying that. I don't want to lose him.
No,
I'm simply
we don't
saying
have to,
you're
Joey.
not going to find the quality of talent here is very, very suspect.
I thought the same thing till I stumbled upon this TikTok app this lady developing the other night.
Oh.
And it is for dudes and chicks. And she's here in Alabama.
That's cool.
And all you do is you post your photo and you put your name and your age on there and whatever part of Alabama you're in. And that's it. And if somebody wants to reach out, they can. And of course I thought, oh, this is going to be some awful stuff. I can't wait to see the people that are on here. I was
mildly impressed.
Very, to say the least. I honestly considered calling you, but I know we have that talk, so you ain't gonna want to do it. But I was surprised that how do I say this nicely? The talent pool was better than I thought on both sides, men and women.
Well, I would think if you live here and you realize how hard it is, if someone does a quality app with that, you might find a lot of people that are dissatisfied with
Now,
that.
are you just saying that to be equitable, or did you really have the thought of like, man, a lot of these are good-looking guys?
There was a lot of guys where I went, dude, why are they on
You
the
didn't
app?
get that.
Why? What are they on the app for? This? No
I
homo,
enjoy
but there's a
camping
good,
and
sexy
pina
looking
coladas.
guy. I mean, I'm old enough now. I'm comfortable.
You're
enough.
confident enough.
Yeah, that I know a good-looking guy when I see one.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to say that.
Camping and pina coladas. Do you share those passions?
I do. Yeah. I do like camping.
I've never been what's in a pina colada?
I don't know.
Is it coconut?
Yeah, like a
I
coconut.
don't like coconut.
An umbrella.
Yeah, umbrella and probably a roofie.
It's like a
so be
Shirley
careful.
Temple. Oh God, yeah. Bill Cosby's around. You better be careful. He's dropping pills.
Do you like roofie coladas?
No, it might be a good opening line if I start going back out again and be like, so do you like Huey Lewis in the news?
Oh no.
We'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
At Guardian Credit Union, if it's important to you, it's important to us. We don't do banking differently. We do relationships differently. Want to secure a HELOC for home projects? So do we. Want to build your credit? So do we. Want to plan your next vacation? So do we. We're here to help with whatever's next, because whatever you want in life, so do we. Stop by any of our branches and let's plan your next step together. Guardian Credit Union, where you belong. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. NMLS 912757.
Hi, it's Jonathan Cotton with the Good Feet Store. And have you tried the over-the-counter products for your foot pain and nothing seems to work? If that's you, it's time to check out the Good Feet Store. Stop the pain that's stopping you. Visit goodfeet.com to book your appointment today, or just stop by the store nearest you.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com. This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. At PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
Do you have real estate problems? Whether you're facing foreclosure, inherited a property, or have costly repairs, we understand. At Rapid Fire Home Buyers, we're here to help. Any condition, any situation, we'll give you an honest cash offer for your home so you can move forward. Because when real estate problems cause you uncertainty, you deserve a solution you can trust. Any condition, any situation, we're here to help. Give Rapid Fire Homebuyers a call today at 334-675-1000. That's 334-675-1000.
Hello, this is Pam with All About the Bounce. We have been advertising with Blue Water Broadcasting for a little over a month now and have seen great results. Thank you, Blue Water, for helping us to bring the bounce to more customers across the river region. Radio advertisement is definitely the best advertisement.
Radio works. It's as simple as that. Call us to find out how radio can work for your business. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
Weather, a service of H&H Carpets, where right now, get a load of this, listen close, you get a house full of carpet for $19.95 installed. Unbelievable. They're located at 6450 Atlanta Highway, just across from Walmart.
Rich Thomas weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We've got a changing weather pattern as a series of disturbances approaches. Today, clouds will dominate, wet at times, scattered showers and thunderstorms. High temperature held down by the clouds and showers to around 80. Tonight's low 67. Then on Saturday and Sunday, spotty, random, mostly afternoon and evening storms with a high in the middle 80s. Then for Labor Day Monday, a sun and cloud mix, widely scattered storms, high 87. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
You can make your ASE loan payment from your phone anytime, anywhere. It's quick and easy. YourASECreditUnion.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal Opportunity Lender.
ASE Credit Union. Your life, your cause, your ASE.
The River Region's first and only news talk station on FM. Live, local talk. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go right to the phones and talk to East of the Rockies. Hey, East, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right. I thought I would throw you a life ring, and before these guys get you married off today. You mentioned that you and your grandfather went to breakfast. I'm going to take my son to breakfast at the smokehouse. Can you give me a recommendation
Cheese
on
grits.
what's the best thing to get?
Cheese grits. Make sure you get some cheese grits. Yes.
That's on my list.
Yeah, like the biscuits are great, the burritos are great,
Omelets
breakfast
are
rolls are
amazing.
great,
Yeah.
the pancakes are great, but definitely get the cheese grits.
Well, I know what he's going to get. He loves pancakes there.
All right.
They do it.
They do it right. Big old pancakes.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I wanted to intervene just a little bit. I started to call and let you know that I knew a 75-year-old woman with a heart condition that's a multi-millionaire
Yeah.
and likes her feet rubbed. But, I thought that would be a little unfair, so I'm going to back off on that.
That's fine.
Yeah, no, it's I can rub feet.
You into feet, Joe?
Yeah.
No, I'm not into feet. I said I could rub feet.
A lot of people are into feet.
I'm not. People are into feet?
Yes. People we know.
All right, I
All
pulled
right.
the pin on that grenade.
You did. You need to run. You
Yeah,
need to
you
run.
did, buddy.
Thanks, East. Thanks.
Thanks.
Wait, what do you mean people we know?
People we know, and I'm not going to say it on air. I'll tell you all about it. But people we know.
Hold on. Let me mute the mics real quick. Oh, my.
I didn't hear what he said. No.
I'll tell you. Yeah. You know,
I mean, good for
I don't know.
that person.
I can't. Feet are just.
Well, you don't want feet to look. If the feet ain't clean, there's probably nothing else. up
Okay,
there
I
clean,
agree with that. And
But yeah, I'm not into coddling and cuddling.
No, but I will say this: nothing is worse than looking at a lady who's got Walmart feet.
That's what I'm saying.
What
Because you
what
know
are the
that
markings of Walmart feet?
It's like they don't wear shoes.
Calluses
Their feet are just
and-
black and beat up, and
calluses.
sometimes there'll be a piece of gum on it. And they don't
like
even know.
Britney Spears in a truck stop in
Exactly.
Louisiana.
Exactly.
What do you mean you don't got pump cheese?
Where's the spandex at?
Let's go to Chicken Man. Hey, Chicken Man.
Hey, yesterday, I made the comment to eliminate some of the politicians, and you asked me to define eliminate. Well, I have a friend that has a backhoe. You know, that's
a good friend to have.
That's the definition.
Good friend to have.
Okay.
Almost as good as a pig farmer.
Well, with comment I was going to make real quick, with the kids that have been through the shootings, which it's a terrible thing that they've got to go through. But how do we give our those kids the confidence that they can be safe to go back to school, and can it ever be stopped?
I mean, it's one day at a time. These sorts of things,
right?
For those kids in particular, they will have that memory scarred on them forever, no doubt. Right. But I mean, my instinct would be get back in that church and say another mass.
Yeah, and
as tough as it
all
might
we
be.
can do is, that is all we can do is just trust that, that we're going to be safe. We never know. I mean, it is. We can step out the house of our door, and something happened.
Right.
Well, you have a good day.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it.
Carry everywhere.
I'll
everywhere.
Be very honest. I don't think our politicians take this serious enough. I think they use it as political movement. If they really took it seriously, there would be law enforcement at every single school every time the door is open, period. And you can't tell me anything otherwise. Look at half the businesses here in Montgomery, especially if they're like the water company. Why is there a cop sitting in there? Why is there a cop down there?
It's the electric company.
Why is there a cop down there? But not at the school?
Money's more valuable than children.
So until that's done, I want to never hear a lecture from a politician about school shooting, because you can fix it. I can't.
Yeah, it's easy to have security.
It's very.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear money. I don't want to hear nothing, because no one, if they came to you and said, Joe, we've got to raise your taxes 1%, but everybody that 1% is going to go to securing schools, and it is a system that you can actually see working.
Sure.
No one would say no.
Right. It is. It's awful, especially like those kids are never going to be the same. And it is, but by the grace of God go I mean, that only 2 died.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I hate to end on that note, but it's just, it's beyond, like when I saw the gun control debate
that's coming.
And stop saying thoughts and prayers and all, and even jumping on, and there is a pattern of trans shooters, no doubt.
There is.
But like and the mental illness issue, and then is it SSRIs? Is it like certain other therapies?
Demonic possession.
Yeah. But what I kept coming back to is when you see what that guy posted, like he was possessed by something.
To me, there's no doubt. There's no doubt in my mind. You even talked about the picture of the mirror, and that is what I saw.
There's a demon in it.
Yep.
Yeah. And I think at times we don't take evil as seriously and as we probably should.
Well, the problem is when we become a secular nation, spirituality has been removed from everything. So it's got to be explainable. There has to be something wrong with it. No, it's not. It's a struggle between the third that fell here and the 2/3 that are over us. And that's the way it is.
Well, we got to hit another break. But actually, first, this part of the program brought to you by Montgomery Men's Health. And if you're a man and you're just not feeling yourself, if you just feel down and out haunted by past memories of your younger self, you go all day, all night, in whatever way.
But not so much now?
No, a lot of men, if you feel tired and sluggish now, not like yourself, don't assume it's just part of aging. I know a lot of you guys do that. It doesn't have to be that way. And hey, it's not guys just in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. If you're in your 20s or 30s and you generally feel like crap, and you're even trying to do the right things, you work out, you eat fairly healthy, like yada, 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 you try to sleep and you still don't feel good, you got to get your testosterone checked. And the urologists and providers there at Montgomery Men's Health can tailor solutions specifically to your body and goals. And it's beyond just testosterone treatment. They also have ED treatments as well as many other performance treatments that many men don't even know exist. The consultation, including blood work, is just $99 with results before you leave. So, gentlemen, you only got one life. Procrastination's only going to make this worse. Call them up today at 440-3663. That's 440-3663, or visit MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com to book your appointment today.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Don't you love the feeling of coming home to a clean house? Let Southern Bell's Cleaning Service get your home in order. Families in the River region trust Southern Bell's because they know Callan and Jesse will show up on time and believe in cleaning the old-fashioned way. They bring all their own supplies and specialize in full-service, residential, commercial, vacant properties, and construction cleanup. Estimates are always free. Call Southern Bells today at 546-0715 or follow them on Facebook at Southern Bells Cleaning River Region.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Live local talk. The River Region's most trusted voice for news and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go right to the phones and talk to Ray Bowles from Prattville Carpet. Hey, Ray, how you doing?
Hey, guys, how y'all doing?
Pretty good. How you doing, Ray?
All right. I was sitting here talking with the customer. If y'all need a floor, call us 285-8117. Let me tell you what my crazy oldest daughter did today.
Oh, okay. Please do.
So she's teaching at the high school, and they have what they call a pep rally.
Yes.
I don't know how long y'all been out of school or
Oh,
whatever.
we used to
but
have
you
good
remember
pep
those,
rallies.
right? And so they were playing, Pratt was playing Stanhope, and tonight's game is a iced out game, right?
Mm-hmm.
This idiot goes to the Halloween store and buys a costume of, what's the ice princess off of Disney? Elsa, and dresses up like Elsa and goes to her class teaching like she's Elsa.
Let it go. Let it go.
Do you
Let it
wanna
go.
build a snowman? Like that too.
It didn't matter anyway.
How did that
And
come
I
over,
asked
Ray?
Andy, I said, baby, who did she take after? That's definitely not me. And she said, it ain't me. I said, well, who's her daddy?
Who's her daddy? That's great.
Oh, yeah. So I got to tell her, I called her on the radio, Morgan Gorto.
That's hysterical.
Somebody says, "Oh, that's Bowles' daughter," and they're like,
Yeah,
there ain't no doubt. There ain't no doubt.
Every time. But if y'all need a floor, call us 285-8117.
Again, folks, that number 285-8117, and be sure to tell them you heard Ray Bowles on the radio with Joey, Eddie, and Troy.
That's great.
Thanks, guys. Have a great Memorial Day, Labor Day weekend.
You too, Ray.
See you, brother.
Thanks. Bye.
Did we learn anything today?
Yeah. Are we doing a show Monday? You doing a show Monday?
No.
Okay. Just checking. People ask me. I don't know.
You would be on vacation. What are you worried about?
I worry about my boy. My Joey.
My boy.
I worry about my boy here.
Don't worry about my boy.
my boy here.
Like, you with your sound effects today. What was that water gun sound effect earlier? No, it was more like.
Yeah, like almost Beavis and Butthead.
Right.
Actually, it was.
Oh.
Get the fat kid.
Well, I learned perspective this morning, just to reiterate.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of issues that can happen in life, from the heaviest to like, well, you're really the one thing you look out for every morning is going to get nachos at the gas station, and they take away the pump cheese machine.
It kind of makes me want to retry some pump cheese. Maybe I've been missing something lately. Maybe they've changed the formula.
It's just that it's one of those moments that sticks in the mind where you're sitting there waiting on your nicotine pouches, and this lady just comes over your shoulder and goes, "Y'all still sell nachos?" Yeah, they're over there. They're in the bag. In the bag, but I mean, y'all still have the pump cheese? No, ma'am. The cheese comes included. Oh, hell no.
Hey, listen, in an ironic way, the only thing I can think of, and I know this is twisted, one of my favorite Persian maxims talks about an eagle who gets shot by an arrow, and he looks down as he falls, and he goes, "By our own quills, we are killed." That's what happened to that lady. The cheese has consumed her.
Yeah, the cheese has consumed her. Let's go to line one. You're on there. Who's this?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, you're on there.
Yes, I just heard something on Fox Network there, and I was so outraged. I wanted to talk about it.
Sure. What's on your mind?
That football, paying them dang college kids to play football. I'm outraged. I think it's terrible.
I think so too.
Man,
it's horrible.
You're not the only. You're not the only fan.
It's
You're
beyond
not the only
ridiculous.
fan.
I'm outraged. I'm so mad. I can't understand. That's the worst thing I've heard in a long time. I knew they was thinking about it.
Yeah,
they
but
are.
they named off. They named off the numbers. At least, up to $900 and some $1,000 over.
now.
Some of them $1 million.
Over $1 million. That's right. That's right.
And that only that only makes a bunch of overrated, egotistical son of a bitches.
There you go.
All
right. Well,
I hear your anger, sir. Appreciate the call.
So one of the things I found with my friends that were diehard Bammers and Tigers, they said they've kind of, it's different. They don't feel the same connection to the programs now that NIL's here. And I mean, I'm talking diehard people that had season tickets, and they said,
half the season's over, and these guys are looking at the going on, jumping teams already.
It's just strange. It's strange.
Right. I'm not a big fan of it. Something needed to be done, but this wasn't the right move.
Well, and by the way, thinking of Auburn football, and Joey needs to go out there and meet a gal or something like that. I've always been this way. In Auburn football, for instance, it is the social event of college.
Absolutely.
And instead of me trying to find a date and let's go to a game and wait as soon as the tickets are available, trying to get the tickets for the best, there's a seniority system, so it's not as great, but you're still trying to get those tickets so you can take some and stuff. No, instead I picked up a job being a rickshaw driver and started making a few $100 in
nothing wrong with
a couple
that.
hours.
Man, that's one of my favorite Seinfeld for someone to be worth buying all that for.
Yeah.
But you just haven't found that person yet. I'm telling you, it's crazy. The things you'll do for love, Joey, and you'll see.
Rickshaw, I love it. Yeah. Seinfeld, great episode.
Oh, he's got some good rickshaw stories. Oh. He was out there in his little tighty-whities, man. He was collecting some tips.
I don't wear tighty-whities.
He wears underoos.
Wrestling underwear? What was that on?
They're underoos.
Underoos, my bad.
Underoos.
Because underwear's boring.
My favorite rickshaw was it was my I'm going up and down the concourse from College Street down to the stadium, and that's where you can make a lot of money, especially 20 minutes before game time. Right. People trying to get down there
in a hurry. Yep.
Go through the crowd ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring.
Love it.
I love it. Ring, ring. And people get out of the way because it's a big old rickshaw carriage. But then haul butt back up, bring some more people down. But that died down.
Yeah.
And the game's kind of starting, or it's, at least the ceremonies are getting going, like the eagle flying and stuff. And LSU was there that weekend. And this LSU guy, they are pumping music. Somehow they got a spot right on the original quad in Auburn. And they're pumping music loud. It's straight up LSU. And there's one guy's like, oh, man. Oh, come here, son. And I go over there thinking, you want to ride somewhere? And he goes, no, but I just like your spirit. And here's $100.
That's great.
He just gave me $100.
Talking about.
I'm like, all right. I like LSU a lot more now. These guys ain't too bad.
So you kind of predate Uber.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely. Now, did you have to rent the rickshaw? How's that?
No, it was it was I think a former fire chief there at Auburn,
awesome.
And his wife started the business. They provided the rickshaw.
That's great.
You gave him a very small percentage of the cut.
Genius, man.
I think that LSU weekend with that $100, I made $500 in 3 hours.
That's genius. I mean, it's good for the.
Then go home and
I
go home, could crack open a beer and watch the game. It was fine.
He didn't have
I still
to
got
take
to
his
watch it.
clothes
I missed the first 5 minutes of the game.
You didn't have to take your clothes off.
I know. Lucky
Kept
you.
them off the poles.
Well, lucky you.
Anyway, y'all stay tuned. Happy hour, Greg Budell. I'm just ignoring these guys. They're next.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.